We are live. What's up, everybody? It's G, Mr. Drew, here to welcome you to another episode of the Andrew Glowczewski Experience. It's going to be episode 217. Going to continue these character concepts. I wasn't on yesterday. Capcom did some announcements, and then I went down a rabbit hole. And yeah, just by the time I was ready to stream, I was like, I didn't have time. So I just sat there and I drew that one here just to. Just to have some prep for today, and I'll probably get another one in today. I'll probably just do it all in one stream, just finish this one off here and then start another one there. Um, but yeah, other than that, man, it's all good. What's today's date? Today is, oh yeah, I should be receiving my pinky my pinky prints today. Either way, it is August 4th. And if you are watching this on YouTube, clearly you are watching a old recording. You want to catch these live, you can watch them on Twitch. If you don't have a Twitch account, you can watch them on my Patreon. We'll have to be a patron to watch most of them, and that is starting at $1, um, and that's for like just regular artist support, which is very much appreciated. And then we have I'm just getting my markers ready here. Then we, starting at $3 a month, we have commissions, character portraits, things like that. Um, it's funny. I'm still thinking like, man, I really want to redo this one, but I don't know. I don't know if I just want to learn, take the L on this and learn the lesson and then move forward. But either way, it's kind of disturbing, or yeah, disturbing, I guess, that yeah, I allowed this one to go down the way it did. But anyways, let's get started. Just jump straight to coloring and rendering this one out, and then once we're done with that, I'll start another one, and hopefully finish it all the way through. Oh shit! And hold on. God damn, did I break 30 followers? Look at that, man. Yo, man, I want to thank everyone. Uh, Stephen Pappin, the most recent follower, Kickstand. We've been talking back and forth the last few episodes. Man, everybody, just anyone who follows me, this is amazing. I had no idea. Like that, I mean, the goal obviously was to do this stuff and like I don't pull no punches or hide anything or anything like that. Like obviously, I came on here to gain followership and all that other stuff. But of course, but now that it's happening, it's like, oh my god, it's so cool. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone who does follow me. Thanks for all the support, man. It's like I always say, any and all support is appreciated, and just supporting me with just a follow or likes or anything like that. I mean, all that stuff is great. The people that I chat with on YouTube, who catches these videos on YouTube, I mean, y'all are great. Just thanks for appreciating it, man. I do my best to try to get all these videos up and running, and get these streams going. I often talk about how difficult it is for me to do it sometimes, because sometimes I just want to I just want to lay back and chill. I have a job that I'm using to using a job that to support me and everything like that at the moment while I get all this stuff going. But hopefully one day I'll be independent, and yeah, with that independence would be just more time for me to work on these arts, and then with more following and things like that, I'd be able to oh yeah, here we go. Um, actually be able to hire, because I've been a professional artist for over 10 years, and I've been doing art for, um, you know, 20 plus years. So I've met a lot of cool people along the way, and some of them would, you know, for lack of a better term, some of them would love to work for me or work with me and things like that. And hopefully one day all of this will lead to, me being able to hire those people to do the graphic design stuff and do everything like behind the scenes. I'm often talking about getting better material or better cameras and things like that, so that way I can kind of up the quality of these streams and, get the additional cameras so that way I can record myself along with, um, recording what I'm drawing, so that way I can kind of have a decent setup where I can address, you, the viewers, directly looking into the camera. Y'all can look into my eyes as I speak. And, I think that would definitely be worth it. But yeah, it's all, it'll happen sooner or later. But that's what we're on the way to, man. I just looked down and I saw like, oh, I have 30 followers now, which is super crazy. Super crazy, man. It was just like a couple months ago. I kept gaining a follower and then losing one, like all within days of each other, and I couldn't break 25. And then that was a struggle just to break 25, and then once I did, it was like, oh, got over that hurdle. Eh, what am I talking about, man? I got a Max dude playing in the background, and that's what I was talking about, like how I'd like to just chill sometimes. What I was doing before I started this stream was I'm watching, uh, like I said, Capcom just released their last character for Street Fighter V, who is something of a representative of the direction the company wants to take Street Fighter. And he kind of threw, or Capcom kind of threw everyone for a loop. So it's been an exciting time to talk, and or exciting time to be a Capcom fan. And right now, with the free MVC2 movement, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 movement that Max was talking about, what, last week or something? He just got done speaking with Justin Wong, and now he's playing some MVC2, like online matches or something. So I got that playing in the background, so you're just gonna hear some MVC2 noises. But yeah, I was sitting there watching that, and it's like, man, I could just sit there and watch that and just enjoy the matchups, enjoy watching the characters and all that other stuff, and seeing their move sets and everything like that.
3 gig update or something? What did they change? Well, I got an emulator called LDC Bear.
So yeah, when I'm sitting here drawing, I gotta sit, and focus on the work itself.
God damn it!
So
God
I
damn
I
it!
can't sit there and watch,
Alright,
but then I could like listen to him trip out over something, then like look up and see those things, and it's like, oh man. But hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Always be time to watch MVC2 matchups. And I talk about this often, so I don't know like how often I need to say these things. But I feel like as the
This is Brad with Kick.
my channel's growing or whatever, and new people are coming in, I may end up repeating things from time to time, which is, I guess it's par for the course, right? So, like everything that I work on this channel, pretty much, if it's not a commission, it's it goes towards the story that I wrote, because the story that I wrote was me uh, working on. It was like the pipe dream of me working on every project I'd ever want to work on, or every property, and then just making it my own. So everything that I work on now can be attributed
Final heaven, thank you.
um, to that story.
I guess Commando's air throw is
What color is
okay.
this? Cobalt blue?
Definitely not punch. I'm not getting shit up punch.
Phthalo blue. Cobalt blue. And what color is this? Ultramarine. What color is ultramarine? Alright, it's slightly lighter, which is perfect.
Delaybase.com.
So yeah, anyone who's following me now, man, um, I'll probably be talking about this story that I'm working on basically, for many years to come, because like I said, if it's everything that I've ever wanted to work on, then it encompasses a whole lot of things. I often talk about 400 characters and 40 years of history um, that I've written when I took 5 years off of doing artwork just so I could sit down, focus, and write a story. And I got to make that sacrifice worth it. And that's what this stream and this channel is all about. It's about making the time, the 5 years, man. The 5 years that I spent away from doing art, you got to make it worth it. So now all the art that I do is very relevant to where I want the rest of my life to go. I think about it all the time. You know, I um, I talk about how, or on this stream, I'll listen to a bunch of podcasts. I always have like podcasts playing in the background in the streams and things like that. So like obviously I'm like a podcast listener, you know. And that was something that started when I turned 21. I went to a comedy show for the first time because I turned 21, so I can go to the comedy, to the improv out in Fort Lauderdale, or the Seminole Hard Rock. Yeah, I guess that's basically Fort Lauderdale. And I saw Russell Peters stand up. He's, world famous comedian. And after I got done watching that show, I wanted to look up who this Russell Peters guy is. So I looked him up, and then the first thing that popped up was like Joe Rogan when he showed up on like episode 160 or something like that. And this is, we're talking 11 years ago. And that's when I discovered, Joe Rogan experience and podcasting in general.
Is it on punches? Is it on kicks? So I'm guessing his air throw is a kick and his
And I've been watching podcasts ever since, man. I've seen a lot of them come and go in the past 11 years, man.
searching all over the place.
And the only reason why I'm talking about the podcast stuff is just because that's kind of what I wanted to do here. Obviously, I'm not really doing it so much right now. These are more like art casts or art streams and things like that. Um, Kind of lost my train of thought. That's another thing.
Bye.
Working on these pieces, it's like you have a thought and you're like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, and you start working. And you're like, what the hell was I talking about? Well, either way, I guess what I'm saying is, if I'm not working on a commission, I'm working on this and and this being the story that I wrote, and having something worthy to work on, as opposed to all my early works when I was a younger artist. A lot of it went to nothing. You can go to my website, you can see all that. It's a lot of really dope work, but like I said, it never amounted to anything.
No, I did the wrong damn move. Wrong gram. Worst thing that could happen. Worst thing that could happen. Watch this. Shoot him in the face. I'm gonna shoot him in the face. Zap. Yo, check this out. It was nothing special.
There we go. Sub note.
Four starter zero. We always grind it out with Strider Online.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I be coloring stuff too, man. I think you found me when I was like doing sketches and things like that, working on concept ideas. So you probably haven't seen me color too much, huh?
Yeah, this game is over like 100 to 150 bucks on Dreamcast.
Try and do better. I spent like a month or two away from doing colors, so having to tackle this one as my first one back was a nightmare. I'm thinking about redoing it. I just don't know. Don't know if I really want to. I'd have to actually really go nuts with it if I was gonna redo it.
Jesus!
Ah, nice. Well, you get to watch live. You get to see the process. Not that it's anything special. Sometimes I have a plan when it comes to coloring things, like I tell myself like I'm gonna do it this way, and then I usually would. And then there's other times, kind of like today or right now, where it's like didn't really have a plan going in. Since I drew this yesterday, and I'm just coloring it now, I'm kind of like warming up and just hoping that I don't mess up yesterday's work.
Damn, never reached hella far, boy. Yikes! All right, here we go. We got a game. I did super! I did super! Fuck! I'm gonna fly through this thing. I'd imagine he doesn't even have invincibility. Good game, man. Okay. Okay, who else we got? Who else we
Yeah.
got?
Let's do this too.
Man. Man, oh man. This game. Okay. What did you do? I want to go back to Jill. I really do. Oh god, Japanese, whatever the hell we're playing. Oh shit. Jesus, what is anti-hero cannon? It's gotta be this one, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. X-Men Charlie Thanos is a solid team if you know how to play it. This isn't a game where you just do shit with characters and it just works. It's hard.
Oh shit. Is that the color I'm gonna have to use for this? Come on, I gotta have a better color. What about this one? Medium skin. Medium skin. Perfect. Alright. Let's try this instead. Yeah, this is one of my markers that's running low on ink.
You did it again.
So just use these things till they drop, you know? This one looks like it's ready to go.
Oh god, I missed the first hit. Cancel. Dark bumper.
Yeah. I could test to see how much this one's out of ink by using... I bought some new ones.
There, you do it again.
So like that's the old marker. Here's a new one. Let's see what kind of colors I get out of this. What kind of ink. Oh yeah. You see a big difference.
Many tags.
Oh yeah, I should probably trash that old one then.
Yeah, Kevin's putting in work. Doing a good job. Dashing around and smacking things. Dude, Guru, thanks for the 35 months, dude.
There we go.
And just another game. Happy 2 years, man. Sex 69, happy 79 months. Holy hell. Thanks, dude.
You know, it's funny. I was like, who's laughing like that in that video game? And it's Blackheart. I was like, ah, of course. Um, I was reading my Daredevil Reborn or whatever, the uh, the Frank Miller Daredevil story, and as I was reading it, when I scrolled through to the back, when I was reading it digitally, whenever you scroll to the back, it'll like throw up offers on the screen of like, oh, people who read this will read that as well. Would you like to purchase it? And they'll put these one-click purchase buttons like in those areas, which I think is like mad dirty for like the digital comics and all that other stuff. And I accidentally purchased another Daredevil. Yeah, so this I'm gonna have to toss, right? Yeah. I accidentally purchased another Daredevil book that they recommended, but it was a Typhoid Mary series, which is like, 20 years worth of comics that were kind of all dedicated towards Typhoid Mary. And it's like, okay, oh wait, is this the one I want to use? Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, the Crow can actually set up for. The Crow can actually set up.
So instead of like canceling the purchase or whatever, because it was like an automatic buy, it didn't even ask me like, are you sure? It was just like, oh, thanks for buying. Straight up just like robbed me. And it's my fault, I guess, for scrolling through the book too fast or something. Either way.
Crow's actually decent. It covers a lot of screen space. That's why it's good.
Either way. In that book, they had some Peril stories in there where like Peril was, or not Peril, Spiral. Spiral was in a like Daredevil story, and I was like, wait, what? And they had Daredevil fighting mutants. I was like, holy shit! Like all these old comics from like the 90s, and it's like I could see why they would put, why they were putting Spiral in games and things like that. It's just wild, watching Daredevil go up against Pyro and the Blob and shit. And then at the very end, or maybe it wasn't the very end, but maybe it was, they had a story, and it was the birth of Blackheart. It was literally the first issue that Blackheart appeared in. And I was like, no way. Because I love Blackheart, like as a character design. If I didn't fall in love with Venom first, I'd probably be like a Blackheart stan. yeah, I thought it was interesting to read the first comic that Blackheart ever appeared in, and the way that it was written, the way they talked about him, and they were like, oh, he's like this and that. He smells like dead corpses and roses and shit like that.
God. Interesting. Did you see what I see? What I saw, chat? You can get spin steak off.
And I was just like, oh shit, because my introduction to Blackheart was, the Versus series.
They can potentially do crazy damage. You could actually do.
So to like read the comic where he first popped up is like, oh shit, like that's dope.
She might have a kill combo with Gambit and with Gambit specifically.
Oh
Maybe
wait,
Ken, I
I
can't
still
imagine
haven't.
with supers. It would have to be Gambit. Interesting, man. Very weird. I didn't realize Tyrant led to Spin Stick Super or VC Glitch.
So yeah, I remember when Daredevil was like on Netflix and they were talking about all that stuff, and they were talking about like where else could Daredevil go, um, like what other stories can we tell? And I remember they were saying like, oh, there's the Typhoid Mary series. So now I have that. Now I can read that whenever I get a chance. Because for now, all I did was skim through it and kind of look at things. And it was decent. It was really good artwork. So I was like, okay, like I'll use this. Even though it was an accidental purchase, it's like, you know what? Maybe it's one of those happy accidents, and I can reap something out of it. Reap what I've sown.
You want to make a port or a remaster? It's impossible. It's actually almost impossible to remaster this game without having a huge budget. Good game, David. It's just a port, right? We just want to play this game on like modern hardware, if not Switch and stuff, with each other with like decent netcode. That's all we're really asking for. Maybe a couple more features that wouldn't be super hard to implement. That's the whole. That's the huge wish. We just want to be able to play this game with each other without having to jump through all these crazy hoops. How long do you think dev time would be? It'd probably take less than a year. I mean, all things considered, I don't know how long it took them to make Marvel 2 remastered, Marvel 2 HD. I can't imagine it's that long.
All right, where are we going with this?
They pulled it up the Xbox market and PlayStation market back in 2013. Yeah, Wolveritis. Wolveritis. Double Wolveritis. Amingos. What is it, Amingo Gambit Doom? I think that's fair. I think that's the team. 2 Wolverines and fucking Cable? Shit, I'm gonna try to kill the shit out of Cable. Jump up back at the start. presume that he was from a Darkstalkers game, but also you also hear the same thing about Ruby Heart. Ruby Heart might have been from a Darkstalkers game. It's weird. I think it might have been from his own game. Yeah, that's very true. Second about that. Ah, the demon! The shot! The shot! Okay. Alright. Yo, Mega Base, thanks for the 49 bucks, dude. Alright, let's do one more chat, and I think I'm gonna call it. I'm actually super tired. I got up hella early today. And yeah, we streamed a bit earlier for everything. We should check out that Twitter thing. See what's going on.
Yeah, he was talking about checking out one of the Capcom employees who's been putting out old artwork. I'm pretty sure I've been seeing it on my stream or on my wall or whatever you want to call it, on my timeline. But obviously, I'm not like catching all of it. He said he wanted to like revisit that and go check out that stuff. Which I don't know. I think is pretty dope.
Damn! Juggernaut, head crush! My helmet is so tight. That's what he's screaming from inside. He's like, holy shit, get this helmet off of me. Okay, one more. Uno más. I think Head Crush has a limited amount of armor. It'll eventually break. I think it's a fair price for a Marvel 2 port. Like, the same price as Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, yeah? 20 to 30 bucks. Especially if they add cool shit to it, like a ratio mode, new rollback netcode, stuff like that.
Granted.
Yeah, Rox is a proper shield in this one. It's very good.
Yeah, how does Big Follows get in with all that? It's been a while since I've seen one of those.
Oh, shit! Damn! No! Shit! Oh, God. Alright. Good games, dude.
There we go. Let's
It's goofy.
try
Goofy
this.
shit. It's goofy shit. Alright, Chad, thank you guys for hanging out. Friggin' anonymous with, like, the, what was it? $1,000 plus donation. Ah, I gotta go. I'm tired. I'll find you guys later. I got all this set up there.
So he's
Get it figured out for next time. $5 from Game Party. Thank you for starting the free Marvel 2. It's one of my favorite games. Actually, hold on. We played last time. One of my favorite games of all time is Ruby Hart being one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't know if you played her a lot, but expressed love for a character in the past. Yeah, I think she looks cool, right? I never really put a ton of time into Ruby Hart, but she just looks cool. $3 from Soap. Thank you very much, dude.
okay.
Where were we at?
Let's see what Nux Taku is doing, man. It's been a while since I've watched any Nux.
It was a meta deck. Like it's considered like a very.
Well, I mean, Lux has been playing progression series, so I assume he's seen these cards before in his own progression series.
Yeah, but what was so
kind of
gross?
using that as
What was personally just so gross? You don't understand. Oh, if you this coder swag needs you.
Oh, swag needs me? I got you. I'll be right there.
So what was really kind of disgusting here was Mary in this duel alone. I don't even know what half his deck was. He had Giant Trinade. He had Delinquent Duo, Pot of Greed, Painful Choice. Like the man had everything.
So opening pot into duo is pretty insane, but after a while, it's not really surprising because like you're stalling, you're playing forever. Like eventually you will draw those cards, so you have to constantly like keep them in mind and remember to play around them for the whole game. That's why you should never like try overset too much until things like Heavy Storm has been played.
Oh, he also Dark Hold me. He used Dark Hold on me too.
Oh my god, hit Dark Hole. Soul Tiger.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, dude, quick question. Are we supposed to draw on the first turn? I thought we decided no.
So he did, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
He was first.
So-
He drew on his
I
first.
think we decided to draw on turn one. Oh, I heard you say no, so I didn't make Tekken draw. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Alright, no worries. I mean, realistically, yeah, I don't think he could have won.
I'm sorry, Barry.
They're playing like a card game of some sort, so I don't know what they're doing. Put on some Eric Griffin for a little bit, maybe. Griffin with Griffin, yeah. Griffin with Griffin, yeah.
I'm on one of these windows.
Found someone right here.
Alright, I'm looking this way, guys. I think they're coming from here. I'm in this like window area.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Griffin with Griffin, yeah. Griffin with Griffin, yeah.
That's gonna be that guy down for two, I got.
Alright.
Yeah, there's another one on there.
Hey, you walking?
Yeah, sneak coming out.
Okay.
Well, we got a chopper. We don't need to go get this yet, you know what I mean? These people
They're
have
in that
showed up.
building.
Which one?
Oh shit, this is one of my new markers. I could probably be using the old one right now. I can tell by how crisp it feels when I'm using it. I was like, oh wait, this is one of my new ones. Whoops. I try to hold off on using the new ones until I like really worn out the old
He's
ones.
still in there? I don't see him. I think people like are breaking off to go and get their fucking logo.
I bet their loyal's one on ours.
See, like, I can't see the fucking trees, man. The trees.
We could just go down one at a time. Watch my back. If they jump off, let me know.
Alright, yo. I'll jump in the chopper and come get you.
I'm gonna keep my fucking bullfrog. Just in case.
Okay, now I'm gonna bring the chopper, and you're gonna get in.
Layering.
Yep.
No, maybe we go in.
Oh!
Go to that building.
Where's that coming from? I see him.
Where's that? Are they down? Are they out? Are they if you down somebody, tell me.
One second. I will.
Where now? Oh,
One's in that room,
okay.
that window, and then one's on the top part, that cubby.
Okay.
Oh, bitch. Peek again, bitch. Yeah, see his little forehead? What you doing? Cowards. Alright. What room you wanna go to?
I have it marked.
Alright, let's go.
Get my other baggie.
Alright. Betty got me.
Squat.
Well, somebody just got bought back right here. Alright, dangerous flying over a tree.
Yeah, there's people on that roof.
Okay, alright, so we're not gonna do that.
Plus trip.
I can't. Cause like I'm driving. You wanna switch seats?
Not bad. No, that's, no, I don't know.
Hey, you just gotta keep pressing and switch seats. I'm doing it.
What?
Switch seats. Ready? Go. And then switch seats again because you're going to jump down. Got it. Switch seats again. Don't go here for us. We're going to blow up. Where should we go? Go to these over here in front of us. Oh my God. Go to Nakatomi. They're tearing me up, dude. There's somebody up there. I'm gonna shoot at him. He went down in there. Oh my God!
Okay. I was worried about this jacket, but now, not so much. Now, now I'm digging it. Now, with the power of layering, I'm getting a decent.
Watch out behind you! Steal this money and get me the fuck back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a way for me to.
Get that money. Maybe we just get the chopper and just get out of here and get me back.
Right.
There we go.
They also put a Betty on it or something.
Just slapped his ass.
I think it was about to blow up before that when he started shooting him.
Pussy.
I don't know why I switched guns.
Wait, man.
No, I was running towards that. I was shooting at the guy. I should have jumped out sooner because I was shooting at the guy in the stairwell, and I had him, and I started running towards the guy, and then in the middle of switching guns, the guy just runs up and just fucking tears me up as I'm coming up.
Oh, the ego challenge, yeah.
So I should have just.
Stuck with what you had.
Yeah, just keep the gun in my hand and just shoot. I'm almost done with this. Whatever nerf they did to the shotguns, it's still affecting. Like it's like something about it. Like there's only a certain range where the shotguns are effective, and then you need five shots to kill somebody, and that's just not going to get it done against these SMGs.
Oh hell no, especially the Cold War SMGs.
Yeah, if it's not pat dead, then there's no winning that fight.
I gave up on the shotgun. I sucked with them. So bad. I go to hip fire, my guy will start running again, and then I'm fucking hip fire. And I'll like put his gun down. By that point,
Oh man, so I went on Bobby's podcast, Tiger Belly podcast. So it's just gonna be Troll City tonight.
Oh shit.
In the chat. You know what I mean? It's like it's my own fault.
good thing you have the command ready.
Yeah, I just gotta. No, it's not even. This is on purpose. Like, I just had to. So now I have to just ignore all of the chat. The good people are gonna suffer. over here. I might take this chopper. Nope, not even gonna make the chopper. I see someone else going for the chopper. Man, I'm gonna hit hospital roof. I'm gonna hit hospital roof.
Careful, Eric, careful.
I'm in the lobby area where the elevator is.
I
Half
am
done.
tore the fuck up in here. Piece of shit.
Place. I'm going downstairs. I'm going down the elevator. These guys are here.
I'm trying to make my way over to you right now.
I have no place.
Can I come there?
Oh
I'm in the lobby, right by the elevator. Hiding behind the desk.
yeah. I'm hiding behind the desk.
Yeah, I got one for you. I'm gonna pop the daddy and do some scouting real fast.
Alright. I'm gonna go up because this elevator's left. Oh fuck you.
What?
I made it.
I got another plate for you. Here we go.
Further. This shit's happening over here.
Oh shit, I've been ignoring this button.
There's a guy on the roof up there. There's a guy right up there. I'm gonna throw a stun. Nothing.
Oh yeah!
I'm looking this way.
There we go.
Maybe we go down. Maybe we go down.
Now it's starting to get a little sexy.
Down south.
A little bit. A little bit sexy.
Down there, we gotta
Oh, you know what? I got a fat marker for you.
see a plate.
Let me see. There we go. Let's just throw base all up on here.
I'm gonna take this fucking rocket launcher. Careful, they can see down. You know what I mean?
Oh, your plate.
Money here. Munitions lock.
Yeah, so Griffin just did a podcast with Bobby. He just did Tiger Belly. I wonder if that's going up this week, maybe next week or something.
Got it.
Oh, hell yeah. Check that out.
Alright, we need to buy this one.
Huh? There's one right here. took forever to drop. Let's put a different loadout.
My God, I dark. What UAV?
Alright. Maybe we get up into the big tower. And you take a look and jump up and jump down. Whoa, what's that?
This may be anybody here.
Hello, Liverpool Wingman.
Ping any place you find, please.
Oh,
Don't need 'em.
who's trying to start their loadout at fucking at I'm on the roof of roof. That guy's dead.
I'll drop down and get his ass.
Yeah, let's go down. Fuck this. I need some ammo anyway. Oh no! I'm being tore up. There's a guy right outside down here. Oh fuck me, dude! I just got tore the fuck up. I just set up. I just put a cluster over there. So it might get me out. Get him, blue! Thank you. And there's some guys coming. I left the munitions box upstairs. The play box. When I put it down, put it down. Fuck it.
Sitting in mine.
Disgusting.
Get up. There's some munitions.
What's up, Kickstand? Oh, jeez. More motivation issues?
But I put that cluster out there.
Oh, I see him on this roof right here. Right next to us. This roof? Wait, no, this roof.
Okay, but I need fucking sniper ammo.
Sniper ammo here.
Yeah. Oh, I see him. I saw him for a second. He was
There,
check.
someone else is here.
Alright.
In the sight, son. Get ready for a fight.
Me.
Oh, here it comes. I got him outside. Oh, man.
Fuck.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Damn it!
Fate mod ability for a call shadow with speed.
I can't keep. Alright. They're trying to come in.
I'm gonna go load out. See if I can't make my way back to you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it sounds. Yo, do you write all this stuff down while you make these characters? Do you write down like pretty much everything that you just wrote down here, as far as like stealing and shadows and ghosts and you know, like. I hope you're writing it all down. Because all that sounds like a lot of work, you know? To not only just create the look of a character, but to also like put in the effort to give them the powers and abilities. Because I don't know how it works in Pokemon. Like, I don't know how the business side works, where maybe one guy just draws the designs, but another guy does all the, you know, the writing what does what and who does what and what are the powers and what are the levels and ranks and all that other stuff. Because, yeah, that's an incredible amount of work.
God damn it! Fuck, man!
Yeah, those numbers are the, you said all those numbers that are after the hashtag or whatever.
Where's the box at, man?
Guys, just mods and everybody, just leave it alone. Okay? Just leave it alone. Tiger Belly, I just was on there, so this is like half trolls, half people being like, hey, we like that. So just leave it alone. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. They don't understand how constant it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, imagine I go to your
But hey, man, if those numbers don't work to like help you message me or something like that, I don't know anymore.
just leave it alone.
I don't know.
No, so don't worry about it.
See these guns here?
Half of them are just like,
This is trying to kill pistols or some shit. I need to find this chest down here, man. I don't know where it's at.
my loadout, the gas is about to come. I don't even hear it. Yeah.
It's right there, right there. Oh my god.
Yeah, just keep going down the stairs. Go up and down the stairs. Go to the next level.
Oh, I don't know. Everything I have in Discord comes with like a million numbers, whether it's the actual chat channel or the whatever. Like everything in Discord seems to come with like a whole thread of numbers and codes. So yeah, like I said, I don't know how to use any of that stuff. I just try to set things up. And it's like, the Discord exists, it's out there.
There's gotta be something here.
I don't know, I feel like you probably should be able to just find me if you just look up G Mr. Drew on Discord.
Well, you can also go down to like.
And if it's associated with my name, maybe, I don't know if like Discord has it, but maybe they'll like give access to any channels that I may be a part of and things like that, because I would only be a part of my own channel there, you know. But either way.
Go to the loadout.
There we go.
Like, I gotta grow iron stuff. Or fully loaded. Got someone on me.
Really? I'm coming. I need some ammo now,
36 meters, two of them.
Go.
They jump? I don't have my beat.
Let's head to that police station. I want my shit back. I'm gonna kill these guys.
I don't know where they went, man.
They probably jump.
Oh, there they went.
Oh wait, is this the old dried up one? Yeah, I think this one's Dunzo, right?
Where are they shooting from?
I'm going inside this.
Oh yeah, so they got caught in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I need plates. Nice. We have enough money for plates and we get to the hospital.
There, I just killed like 3 people. There's one more over here.
Alright, coming.
Oh man, he got me.
Oh, shit. Is he coming? Is he coming?
I can't hear him. Yeah, he's not here. But yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I heard him. And when I busted out, he already jumped down on this thing. Oh.
Bitch. You got a load of here. Smoke by time, whatever. Feared it. I know exactly what them guys are thinking. I killed them all. This could be third party, pussy.
Oh.
They're all playing with them. Like, oh my god, this is so easy. Good. And stoner. Easy. 3 people. 1 clip.
There we go. Let's get here.
Having a fine day. Thank you for asking.
So.
So,
Yeah, it was pretty boring. And then I went and got lunch for myself. Came home. Oh, here we go. I'm 16 thermal. So good.
worst guy. The absolute worst guy.
Oh, you see this? Oh, okay.
There we go.
I was reloading. You have to reload in this game, that's it. That's the reload comes. That's it. Kill as many people as you can. And, ladies and gentlemen, so it's like everybody gets a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gets a chance to like understand. It's like okay, it's a bit much. So when you don't
Yeah, making a
figure
fake
that
one
out,
is easy.
then
Evolution is
it
typically only
becomes
2 to
hard.
3 in their moves.
To go.
Description, repeat after would their art.
3. Bye.
3.
It's very important. Also, the reason I got into fake
Sometimes
mode.
people just don't get it.
I don't know really.
New world record, 1 million.
How do I color without using pencils?
I tried to like, he keeps going.
Well, it sounds like you're getting better. I mean, if it's just a stuffy nose now, before it seemed to be like, you know, you had a couple symptoms.
It's not funny.
So, you know, maybe you're doing a bit better, which is cool.
Oh, okay. But somebody else how you were jumping.
How do I color what I color without using color pencils? I wonder.
Off, and there's 2 guys there.
wonder what do you mean by that? Like as far as like the blending or
Yes, yes. Sometimes people like, it's like, okay, oh, I thought this was funny.
because this did start as a pencil sketch, where I had like the blue and red pencils to do the line art and the shading with pencils, and then I just go over those with I start going over those with markers. But in order to do that, it becomes like a that's where just like color theory and studying colors and lighting and trying to shade things correctly. Like that's all just within in the technique and practice, of using markers. So I'll usually start with like a light color.
Yeah, it's just a dude. Sometimes
Should have worded it.
it's like, dude.
Using pencils to outline. Huh. I wonder what you mean. Here, I'll show you the steps. I always post these things on Instagram to show like the steps that I work with. But like this was the original like line art that I did. And then I shaded it with pencil. So this is like the base, and then I just go in with, I start with like light colors. That way I could still keep the pencils underneath. But after layering and layering and layering the markers, the pencils start to go. And then at that point it becomes about working with the markers and blending them and things like that. That's why I always post like my steps on Instagram, is just so people could see like, these are the steps taken to do all that stuff. Yeah. I definitely outlined. I did it yesterday off stream. I was Capcom did a big announcement yesterday with like their final character and the future of Street Fighter and things like that. And I kind of got roped into that yesterday, and I didn't have time to start a stream, so I never did. But I said at least what I could do is do the outline and do the pencils. So I did that yesterday. So when I started today's stream, it was just about just picking that up and coloring those in, and just starting with the coloring, which is actually kind of difficult, because I lose the flow of the work when I'm starting cold with coloring. It has its own bit of difficulty. Alright, so I did greens, now I could do the blues.
I'm gonna put it in this thing over here. I mean, this is the best one. Yeah, this is fun. Get it here. Beautiful. Yeah.
Initials on me.
You know what? I gotta practice with this fucking car.
Setting them on.
Let's see.
Try to go for that. Is there a minute?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, get knocked on the side. What?
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, he's cheap.
No way.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah. Nobody's that good now with a Zergoff or whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, that guy was.
fuck people managed to draw it without looking like it was outlined. Yeah. Going over lighter colors with darker colors. Do I know if that works with colored pencils? Um, I mean, it should. You know, there's something that I used to do with color pencils back in the day is, it's like a regular pencil, but still, I guess the practice is still relevant. So what I used to do is, paper has a grain to it. So if you color, let's say up and down like this, like you can see the up and down motion of your coloring. And then what I used to do when I was in elementary school, I saw girls coloring. Girls are a lot better at coloring than guys are when we're like little kids. I saw girls who would color and then they would do this as well. They would go over their first layer with a second layer in the opposite direction to fill in all the little markings, so that way you didn't really see a direction. And what I started doing from there, I took that lesson and that, from just watching girls color, and I was like, well, I could still see the up and down and side to side, so I started going diagonally. And then it fills it in just that much more. Like you could see just by adding the crisscross layers, like this is a lot darker than that. And it's just with layering. So you could throw any colors together, but yeah, definitely if you go from light to dark, you'll definitely be doing, it should be easier to control that way rather than going from dark to light. But yeah, a lot of it is going to be in the direction that you color with. Like that's what I do here as well. Like with the markers, I apply the same concept, and yeah, man, just a lot of it's gonna deal with like the direction that you go with. But then also, yeah, there is colors, and yeah, you probably are gonna want to go with lighter colors first and then darker colors second. It also depends on the material because, not to get too technical, but depending on the brand, your color pencils may be wax or something like that. And those are going to be a little bit more difficult. Like they're kind of more like once you lay down a layer, trying to lay down a layer on top of it, it's going to be difficult because of the material that it's made out of, that the actual coloring pigment is made out of. That is an element to consider, but that's only if like, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it matters that much, but it certainly matters. Like it'll certainly happen if you come across and you're like, oh, how come my dark colors can't color over my light colors as strongly as they do when I just put down the dark color on its own, And usually that would be because the material that you're coloring with, but that's a rare thing to happen. I just thought I should mention it just in case. But yeah, you'll develop your own techniques once you start getting an idea of how like colors work together. Just practice on paper to the side. Like don't practice on like if you have a favorite piece and you don't want to mess it up, just practice on the side. Grab an extra sheet of paper or something. Like that's what all these like little color things are that I throw on the sides of these. They're like me just color testing off to the side to make sure that, if I put this color in, is it gonna do what I hope it's gonna do? You know, instead of just like pretending to know what every color is going to do exactly at every moment.
Yes, it was fine. It's
Nah,
just
the
like,
first one was way more sus.
yeah, that first guy was crazy. Damn, dude, I had
Dark
that.
to
You
light
can
is
see it
hard. I go dark to light when doing
So
pixel art
that's
in
C58.
BRB.
I mean, I'm thinking that might be the sniper support type gun. Make a chop down one of that. Yeah, that's just a lucky shot.
You know what?
I've been there.
That's some.
It might be because I wrecked that guy right there, didn't I? Fuck.
I don't know what you use.
That was a field
Yeah,
goal
he made.
for that guy. Because, like, I could see more of him than he could see of me, is what that was.
He missed a lot of shots through that man. I bet he ran out of ammo.
Yeah. He probably had that PP shit gun in his hand, too. Like that for some reason, close range. So, yeah. Damn it. That was
I don't even have it. That's 7 round.
Yeah. I had a haul, man. I found so much shit in that fucking place. This is it. Coming in with a snipe. Shit. Oh. Oh, that was the one.
Here we go.
Oh, man. I don't know what my favorite weapon is.
Wow, pussy! Get that.
What is it, 600? Okay, this is a different person. Okay.
Why talk to him about it?
Yeah, I play with fans all the time. This game. Should we just go here? What? Oh, it's all right. Yeah, let's just get that area, then we'll head back there for the, you know what I mean? Oh.
So late, did you?
First one. Well, if I'm gonna play, I play with the subs first. Just FYI. Just randos here for the first time.
Damn, Griffin laying down the law.
Want to hit this bingo first?
Yep. We sure should, for sure. I mean, just imagine. How much people are here watching me and watching, you know. I think I just gonna.
Eric, get off my shit. I don't understand how you got up there before I did. Oh my god, Eric, my fucking casserole. Oh my god. You wish. Quick, I'll give it up.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one. You gotta teach your lesson about being cute.
Want some cube?
Come on. Ah. All right, now we gotta go get this.
Alright, taking a look at the roofs.
You know what? Let's go there. Let's loot that and then jump down for that one. You know what I mean? Is it looted? Can't tell. I'm going up these stairs.
We can get a little out.
Let's just make sure we get it in here.
Now we can. Eric, are you gonna contribute?
Shut up.
Pandora's box, Myra. Do not touch it.
Kidding me? And then we get this car out of here. See that car?
All right.
Uh-oh. Wait. Look at the threat. I'm going inside, I'm going inside, the restaurant. I'm going in the restaurant.
Let me make it. 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 Yes.
Oh, who threw that? That's them.
They're
That's them.
coming.
All right, I got you. He's right here. Right here.
What, Sam?
Play up.
All right, he's back.
Blue.
Down one.
Played up. Play box. Play box down. All right, let's go. It's right here. Right behind the bar. Yep, it sure was.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, anytime you see a brand new it's a sign. Don't get this gun, man. I don't get this gun, dude. I don't get this gun.
Yeah, there's a stupid.
I don't get this gun. That fucking shotgun is just so stupid. All right, guys. Alrighty. Alright. What number of million are we on? 3, 1, 2. Stick around 3 seconds.
He's level 52. I do not believe this guy at all.
Yeah, he's the same guy. Yeah. It is the same guy. Same guy. For sure. Okay,
Okay,
well,
so
let's
this
get
is
out of here.
the same color
Brownie.
right here. Yeah. Okay.
Cheating.
There we go.
Cheating. Brownie. Okay, so let's get rid of him.
Oh, my game just fucking. It just crashed. That sounds weird. My whole screen was like. Like, I could hear the music still, but it was like really. No, it sounded weird.
Perfect.
Sounded-
All right.
Block. Block player. Goodbye. Never see you again.
Not connect to the servers. What is going on?
Did you get my invite? I want to go grab this one.
Yeah, I keep saying. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm in now. How was that about?
Wait, I need to like figure out this loadout. Like I almost don't. I mean, I like the Gallo shotgun, but it's missing something. Mm. Man, what do I call this? I'm trying another SMG. Now, I go bullfrog with this. I gotta rank that piece of shit up.
It's a bullfrog.
No, this give me your I can't turn the ISO again. It just doesn't have it. It's missing something. Oh, there's a new. Oh, what's an X9? What is this shit? Another submachine gun.
Yeah, I told you yesterday they added a new SMG in. Oh, how close am I to get?
Oh, it's $2,400. I'm not paying for that. What do you have to do to get it?
Hit 2 long shot kills using an SMG in 5 different matches.
What? Except those iron they give me. Oh, I've done that once. Oh, it's all right. Okay. So I gotta go with an SMG. I gotta get an SMG.
Oops.
I gotta get an SMG. SMG. I really want to try this KSP again. I just wish it was better. Wish it was better. So what am I, Milano again? Okay, zoo. No, I hate all these guns. All of these
Are terrible.
are just garbanzo. Oh man, I'm just gonna try bullfrog again. Let's go bullfrog. What's the best for the bullfrog? I guess I gotta go to GU suppressor so I get a little range.
All right, man. Go have fun with the Minecraft.
Well, I guess so, huh? Mobility and control, though.
I wonder if it's one of the challenges where we can just fucking.
Go build some bomb stuff. You know what I'm
I
saying?
bet you they changed that a lot on a lot of them. So what's the best for the bullfrog? What's the best skill? Is it task force? Can't be task force because it has bad vertical and recoil control. I hate that. Liberator? Task force? Man, I can't imagine that this is the one. No underbarrel, huh? This bullfrog better with a sight on it.
Where we at?
I'm gonna put my Oxmoor sight on the thing. Let's put an abomination. Guess it's ready. Serpent wrap.
All right. You know what? let's do this bit by bit. I've been kind of dreading working on this, on the little chips on his chest here. But let's just do them one by one,
I
right?
guess the Bullfrog comes with enough ammo that you don't need to, like, right?
Do them one by one. Won't be as much of a headache.
No, I don't like iron sight on any of these. I want to put that on there because I want to get long distance shots so I can open up that new. That's the only reason why I'm going with this sight. That's the thought process on that, guys. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm last. So I'm that low shit.
Go.
9, 10, huh? Let's see what economy still has me at. That works out. 9, 10, 30.
Get my colors all mixed up.
Eric, let's lock the fuck in, man. Okay?
I'm trying, dude.
Okay. Okay, right.
Alright, so there's that. Now, standard green.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
I
that's
ran out of
so.
time.
Yeah, me too. I had this guy. You're the die, bitch.
I can't stand when they try and act like, oh, I just heard one. You're like, no, bitch. Have we touched our yeah, we have touched
Okay.
What do you think? Or we can take the longer one and go for this one.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that.
Which one? The one downtown or Farmland?
Farmland, I think.
Huh?
Farmland. You don't hear me?
Get fucking shot at so hard. Oh, there's assholes going. Yeah, they beat me there.
All right.
For sure. I'm gonna go here. One, two.
Yeah, I should have just used you.
Well, what do we want?
Hey, there's someone in that building. because you run up on a whole arsenal in their building. That's so frustrating.
I know, I hate that. I'm so glad when people. What is that, man? It's like you have to use your whole clip to down someone, and then in the reload time, you know what I mean? Oh, this is so great. Like this is a great way to get rid of all the trolls at once. Really great.
When the absolutely infuriating starts, just fuck you, game.
All right. I'm gonna block now. I'm just gonna now on this block thing. I don't usually do this, but now I'm not even just banning people, blocking them. That way, I don't ever have to deal with it again. Oh, come on, Demon. Come on.
Goofy. Nice. Okay, good, Holly. I gotta claim one on the fucking helicopter, don't land on it.
Oh shit, not you. Where the baby at? There it is. You working? Not yet. There you go. Now you're working.
Get this cane. Come over here.
Like that.
Of course it's
Buy here, we could, damn, we could probably get our shit here.
You're a target now. Oh, who's in here? Beautiful. So I am going to the top.
Oh, for sure. Oh, this is wonderful. Nobody. We're gonna get our loadout.
Where you at? Where you at? There you go.
Here?
What about you? You working? You working? Yeah, you working. Oh, come on. Why are you so chunky?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I usually do that too, but I heard the other guy coming. Just switch guns. That was just a tough one.
Why's the paint come so chunky?
Need one more stack on one there. What?
Missed it.
What?
This guy.
Huh. I can't. Oh, that's just horribly stupid.
Yeah, the guy probably jumped in and he saw that claymore you had.
Alright, I can buy a loadie. I can buy a loadout.
Okay. Watch out, because that guy did fly in. Should've went Daddy.
Oh, I see his ass.
You'll see. You'll see where
Is it the ladder?
No, dude, it was starting to slide.
There we go.
Oh.
Big fights going on down here.
And you know, if I start another one, how much time do I have?
I'm going for my loadout.
Oh wow.
And
Knock it off.
oh yeah, today's the 4th, right? Yeah.
There you go. You know what that's called? That's karma.
Aw.
There's two extra plates right there, so I need to use.
I got a satchel already.
All right, call it quits on this one. I love it, man. I love this varsity jacket / military sort of crossover here. It almost seems appropriate. It almost seems appropriate. But yeah, I wonder. I know I said I was gonna do 2, so let's at least get the pencil sketch in. Am I right? And if I can, we'll color it in. You know. Don't know how much time these things are gonna take. You know.
All right, let's see where we're gonna go though. We gotta go. Oh wow, stadium or something around stadium, lumberyard. Seems like
You know. So if I can make this one a quick one,
lumberyard.
perfect.
Lumberyard. Like that. You know what building that is? That's that old ammo building. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see how.
Where?
Yeah. Let me get a drink of water. Oh yeah, and that's the thing, man. I gotta take breaks and shit.
Hit this bitch.
My God, I'm looking right at.
Way over there. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I see him.
Broke his armor? Holy moly! What a shot! What a fucking shot by pencil.
All right, let's see.
Can't tell.
Is there anything on YouTube to put on?
All right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. I picked up my claymore already.
There we go. Your Mom's House podcast. Sorry, riffing with Griffin. Gaming with Griffin. Gonna put on Your Mom's House podcast episode 615 with Bill Burr. Bill Burr is a legend. This is one that I can't listen to while I'm like working
I don't walk around just angry.
because there's always visuals involved.
Big lift for my wife, I hope. Because I was not easy to deal with. I'm not with your fucking personal shit. I can tell you more for sure. He said that a little too quick.
Here we go.
This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Satva. Go to
Oh shit, did I bring this guy all the way down?
to get $200 off your next order.
This episode
I brought him all the way past the line. Whoops. This is the top of the square, right? Let me see. Oh yeah, I got him right up under there. Let's see if I can break him up just a bit by like an 1/8 of an inch. There's usually like a 1/4 inch break in between these. But
a lot less.
hey,
With discounted rates,
looks like I
USPS
fucked up
and
and I
UPS
added a little
both
too
save
much.
businesses thousands of hours.
There we go. So now there's at least a little bit of a break there.
Stamps.com now for a decade. Wow to think about that. It was from back in the
Alright.
Silver Lake days, shipping packages right
Let's
out
go.
of our own apartment. Stop wasting time going to the post office and go to stamps.com instead. There's no risk. With our promo code MOM, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in MOM. That's stamps.com. Enter the promo code MOM. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
What's up there, Chomo?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Your Mom's House. I'm Tommy Buns, and with me as always is my co-host Christine. All right, and joining us live via, let's call it a satellite, it's Christina P. in Austin, Texas.
Hey, Christina.
How you doing?
Hi, Mommy.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah?
I like that. You know what I really like is that you matched the blow-up doll to the shirt that I'm wearing today. I don't know if that was intentional.
That's,
Thank
of course
you.
that's intentional. Of course that's intentional.
Let me put my tongue in your ass.
Pretty good. How you doing?
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. You know what? I
Doing
have a
good.
weather update.
I'm doing good. How's the weather in how's the weather in Texas today? How's the weather going?
Well, y'all, I don't know what to tell you.
You think it's hot. It's gonna get real hot.
This morning I woke up. It was so hot, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
and then the clouds came out, y'all, and now it's raining. So that's different.
Real different. So I want to recap. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
so the day started hot,
Yeah,
and then it got cloudy,
that's right.
and then it
Just it.
started raining.
That's right.
And then pretty soon, it'll probably stop raining.
Well, Tom, are you a psychic? Do you have
I'm a
crystal ball?
meteorologist, actually, because who else would be able to put that together?
I tell you, this rain, I mean, when's it gonna stop? And then people have to talk about when the rain's gonna stop.
I
That's
know.
another huge issue.
It's a
Like,
big
so-
one.
And it's not even that paralyzing. It's lovely. It's like a tropical rain.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
It was cool. It was the highlight of my day. And then the highlight of our weekend was that our older son Ellis befriended a frog.
I cannot believe
I mean,
this.
listen.
There's always, because there was always that kid. There was always that kid that was like, I'll pick up that fucking lizard. And you're like, what? Like, there's always that one kid when you're a kid who will just
Yeah.
pick up animals and you're like, whoa.
Like,
And that's our kid now.
yeah.
Our kid's that
Picks
kid.
it up with his hand, yeah.
You're FaceTiming me and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, this is my pet, my frog. You like it, Tom? I'm like, yeah. Great.
Tom.
It's rad. I mean, he just found it
I couldn't believe
outside,
it.
and now we have a pet frog, and now he sprays it. Water the frog, gotta keep warm water. That's what they like.
What about food? Doesn't it have to eat?
Well, so we caught flies. We've been catching flies in the house.
How do you
We have
catch
a lot
them?
of them. Well, our nanny Claudia, she grew up in Guatemala,
Mhm.
and she did it as a kid all the time because they used to catch frogs too. So she just goes like this. She catches them with her hand. She goes, I thought they go. And
They're
then
flying.
I thought the fly. And then we put the fly in the box, and that's it. And then Froggy eats the fly. The best thing ever.
Oh, oh my God.
Can I tell you how
This is what
embarrassing?
happens when I'm gone?
It's the best, yeah.
Yeah.
45 years old, and it's the first time I've held a frog,
Amazing.
like in the wild. Have you ever held a frog
I
before?
have held a frog, yeah. I didn't tell you this, but the other night, I got up and they were doing construction in my office, right? So there's all the elk stuff everywhere. And I walk out to that area, and I was about to go back in the bedroom, and I saw a little frog, a baby frog, hopping. So at first you were like, oh. And I was like, oh, I gotta get this frog. And then I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. And I just walked away. I was like, just let that frog live here.
And here's a neat addendum to your story.
Okay.
In my bathroom here in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
I went the other day, and I saw a tiny dead frog
Oh,
on my floor.
that's the frog.
That's the frog. It came full circle,
So I let it live, and yet it died.
and then it died.
And I'm gonna guess that Betsy killed it there.
It is just wild up here, y'all.
Let me
It
just
is
tell you this right
wild.
now. When I come home, I don't want to have a pet
Yeah.
snake. Okay? Let's just make that a
Well,
rule.
Ellis is talking about getting 2 frogs now. He goes, you know, it'd be great, Mom. But it was 2.
Well, then it'll be 3, and
I
then
know.
4. Yeah, it's gonna keep going.
Wild Kingdom.
You gotta tell him
I
next
like it.
time. Next time he wants to hold a frog.
We gonna use your booty.
What is going on with you, Shine?
We gotta
Oh my
play the opening clip.
God.
You know what it is? I
What?
think it's that you haven't sniffed my booty in a while.
Pretty true.
And can I tell you, since my accident, I haven't really had horny vibes yet.
Yeah, I didn't have horny vibes for a while, and then I come to the office and I'm like,
Y'all know what's a banana
Oh my God.
Here's a horny clip to get the show started. Here you go.
I kind of like the way this looks. What do you guys think? The biggest question is, any girls out there want to sit on my face?
God damn.
No, mama, the fuck is that? Any girls out there want to sit on my face?
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
There's a great thing, like a meme on the internet. It's of a guy in the 70s. In the 70s, he got a tight shirt on. It says, "I may not go down in history, but I went down on your sister."
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's
Yeah.
a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
like the
already-
beginning of the Cool Guy Club. That was
Yeah.
the genesis.
Yeah, that was
Mustache rides.
That guy was the Thomas Jefferson of the Cool Guy Club. One of the founding members, for sure.
Yeah. Yes,
It's
that's
pretty
right.
cool. I mean, this guy's doing the old, just put it out there. Put it out there, just see what happens.
And can I tell you though, and in all sincerity, is that if that were Ryan Gosling,
Yeah? You'd be like,
you bet
alright.
I'm taking that offer.
Yeah.
You bet I'm taking it. If that were Brad Pitt, yeah. It's never the Brad Pitts or the Ryan Goslings that are making the offers out.
Yeah, because the guys that say this are not those guys. See, the two don't ever meet. It never meets up. Because Gosling and Pitts and the men who have that of those genetics, they don't go like, are there any women that want to sit? Like, they don't have to ask.
Right.
Girls
like
are
they're
constantly
Venn-
like, excuse me, can I sit on your face? Yeah. Yeah.
Right, it's like the Venn diagram circles never
No,
overlap.
there's no overlap.
Oh shit, I forgot the post.
Guys who ask, you need me to sit on your
I forgot the
face?
post,
Guys
man.
who look like Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling, and it's like, ooh. Yeah, they just never cross over.
What do you think? Because like the Leonardo DiCaprios, the Brad Pitt, the Ryan Goslings, like it rains pussy all day on those dudes.
Mm-hmm.
What would it even be like if they had to solicit? Like, what do you?
Well, their game probably gets real weak. Yeah, for sure. Over time. Like there was a time when the Zac Efron, Pitt, and stuff where they were not famous.
Where's my
But they were really good looking.
my
guys.
BRB sign I haven't used in so long?
They put work some charm, but they probably locked
There we go.
pretty easily. And then they get famous.
Be right back.
Really good looking and famous, and you get wealthy. I mean, yeah, there is no trying. So I bet you if you were like, oh, you have to now you got to try. I don't think they would actually remember how to try.
Oh my God.
What do you
I
think?
know, right?
Yeah,
No,
there's like-
there's no way.
They forget like the effort you would put into it, or like, you're a guy, you're get laid, you have like this almost like level of focus, right? Where you're like, you have to like be in the moment. You're trying your best, and your personality, your joke, whatever. You're really attentive to trying this to impress the girl, and like, and then it either works or it doesn't. But those guys, they're like, hey, I don't even know what that function feels like. Just
Yeah,
sit back.
it's like a lion. It's like a lion that hasn't had to catch its own food.
Absolutely.
Do they turn into sad zoo lions or zoo animals? You know, when you take away that hunter instinct from animals, where they just kind of lay around
Yes.
and get fat.
Well, I don't know if they're sad because their dicks are only getting stuck on, but I feel like
Yeah.
they're like lions that are laying around with empty balls. Like, oh, there's no jizz left in my balls because it keeps getting drained.
Well, then, aren't you lucky that you have a consistent monogamous relationship where your balls get super full, and then I drain them, and then they get full, and you get angry and agitated and motivated, and then they get empty. I keep you on this treadmill of excitement, roller coaster.
Yeah. It's very
When will I
exciting.
get laid?
Yeah.
When I randomize when it happens lately
Mhm.
because of my injury. I used to be every 72 hours. Now I've got you on like.
What'll happen next? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cool thing is that I have another surgery coming up. So then that'll put another, wrench in the whole thing, and we'll
Yeah.
see what
How
happens
long?
next.
How long do you think that will make your dick not hard for?
Definitely a week, at least.
Mm.
At least. It's
Mm.
not as major, but it could be, I was told,
We don't know.
I was told, you're going to be resting. You're going to want some rest. So,
Mm.
I'm going to cut my arm. So, I mean, it's a good thing I have a second hand, so I can still jay it. But I mean,
Thank God. And thank God for that. Do you say that to your surgeon? You're like,
well, he brought it
"Thank
up.
God I got
He brought it up. He was like, you can still jerk off now. I was like, okay, cool. He's like, it's really important that you understand that. I go, no, I understand.
Do you think there are people that come out of like ankle surgery like I had or your type of surgery and their first inclination is to masturbate in the
Yeah,
hospital when
of
they're in
course.
recovery? And they're like, whoa, you can't
For sure.
do that
For
here.
sure that's happened. For sure someone's been jerking off in recovery and they're like, what are you doing? They're like, oh, I'm just trying to relax. Just that surgery, man. And like all defiant about it. What's your problem?
Yeah, they're like the anesthesia is barely worn off.
I know, man. I'm trying to go back to sleep. Can I get some more anesthesia?
Like all the nurses are walking by and visitors. They're like, I got it. I got it. This is what I need right now.
I'm sure every nursing staff has a story about somebody masturbating that they had to tell to stop masturbating. Everybody. And yeah, probably, what's it called? Flashing and
Oh man.
yeah. For sure. I mean, they also don't forget, nurses and medical staff don't just deal with certain segments of the public. They deal with all of the public. They deal with mental ill people and schizophrenics and, you know what I mean? Deviants and everything. Some people's biggest kink is to be in the medical world. Like that's the thing that arouses a lot of people, I'm sure. That's a kink,
Can I
that-
tell you, I was thinking that I was worried about that today, actually. I was like, what if my PT guy is a secret foot fetishist?
Mhm.
And this whole time, he's just like got this raging boner because he's like, working out the soft tissue on him. And I was like, oh no, like what if?
But wait, why is that bad?
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, but it's still doing the PT.
Of course, I'm trying to get Froggy here, working on 2 pieces instead of just 1.
That's what I thought.
And you just, I mean, if I were to catch it, like, what are you doing?
And immediately,
So worked out.
when I stepped to, like, oh yeah, I forgot to post on my IG, and I forgot to,
For sure, there's-
I gotta go make some more coffee, da 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 da. Like I'm doing all this stuff now.
Like feet or
whatever.
feet or something.
Just whatever.
And then the coffee is like, oh, you don't have enough grounds for a full cup.
The feet one, for sure.
And I didn't want to have to rush through opening up another bag of coffee grounds. Like, it can get messy real quick.
What? You don't know how to say it. You're like, I just noticed something. He's like, what? And then he places your foot against his crotch. And says,
There we go.
This is a special healing technique I learned in Thailand. And it's like, he's like, oh, God. It wouldn't be that bad. What if it worked? What if it actually healed you? Then would you be
Then
concerned?
I would let, he's like, I have this healing property to my semen, it'll heal your wound faster. I'm like, yeah, sure, anything.
Yeah.
I've got this big open gash on my ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for it to close up.
There you go.
Would you let your PT do that? If it was a man, he's like, if I ejaculate on the wound, it'll get healed up faster.
Well, if he said it, I would know that he's lying.
How do you know?
Because I
Maybe
know.
he does have a magic
No.
semen.
No, see, I know that that's something that guys say. I've said it a few times myself. Okay? But if there was some way to scientifically prove that it worked, yes, he could come all over me. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he was going to heal me with his jizz, I would, yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, I'd let him. Whatever. Just don't come back though. Like I wouldn't be able to see him again.
Oh, you think this is our last session?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So if you're thinking of considering it, it's definitely not
I
going to
was,
work.
Tom. I was hoping. I was hopeful.
That was an accident. Just relax.
Ugh. That was so needy. What did you guys have for lunch?
I actually had a salad. I mean, the boys will verify it.
Basically what I'm getting at is what's in the dog is really
I think he ate relatively healthy today.
Yeah, I had also a salad, and I will not be taking it home in a garbage bag this time.
There you go. Everybody was a good boy today for lunch.
Oh,
that
that's
helped.
disappointing. I like watching people go off the rails. My favorite is when you guys order like the Italian subs and then you all get sick after. I like that.
Oh yeah, there was that. That's the place that Steve Simone recommended.
Yes.
He's like, get the short rib sandwich. We all got like, whoa. I never felt more sick here in my life. It was decadent. It was great, but it was so heavy. Oh my god, I think I shit for 3 days.
You go to shit for 3 days, man.
Yeah, I shit for 3 days, my baby. Oh
You
yeah.
know, I got the high cholesterol. I can't have
The
that.
high cholesterol?
I have the high cholesterol, my doctor says.
Yeah.
So I can't have any kind of short brisket. And I'm bummed. I gotta watch my processed meat intake.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, he goes, I like to have barbecue. He goes, don't have the sausage. You can have the brisket. I'm like, fuck a brisket.
Brisket's delicious.
Yeah, but I want the ribs, man. I want the pork ribs.
Okay. I just don't have the sausage, you said.
Don't have the sausage.
Yeah, right.
Don't have the sausage.
This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Brooklyn. Have you ever said to yourself, I love the fact that I've had the same few pairs of sheets since just after college, and I never liked them, but I just keep washing them every week or two and putting them back on the bed like it's totally normal? Well, stop it. Brooklyn can make that voice in your head and the bad sheets on your bed go away. Brooklyn was started to create beautiful, high-quality homosexuals that don't cost an arm and a leg and people like
Ads.
Brooklyn works directly with manufacturers to make luxury available.
Get out of here. More ads.
Or on the air. Better for you.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Brett. And even though I'm on the road and I don't have my squatting platform, I'm still squatting because it's so important. And it's just like chewing food before you swallow for me now. I just do it because it's the natural way to do it. And so today I'm going to show you how to squat directly on the toilet because I don't have a squatting platform. So basically, what you do is put one foot up there, like that.
This is how he does it.
Put my hands on something like that. Usually I'll have two hands free, but today I don't. Today I'm going to put my right hand on there like that. And then put my foot on there like that. It's harder to do with one hand. But now, when I'm on there, I have hands free, perch on the toilet like that.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's not that difficult for me. For some of you, it might be somewhat difficult because you're overweight or whatever, but when you get into this position, you just naturally want to poo because
Yeah.
your muscle
Asia, did you ever go to the bathroom on one of those Eastern style toilets where like they have the foot things on the bottom?
No,
Dude, it's so easy. I think it's so much better for you.
no, I stay.
I think this is dangerous how he's doing it, perching on top of the toilet
It's
is
somewhat
dangerous.
dangerous for sure.
Like, I hope he falls and cracks his fucking head open on the
Whoa,
side there.
hey.
Well, because this is stupid. He needs to get an Eastern style toilet.
Well, it's not how
It
he
ain't
gets
good.
hurt. I mean, what's your problem, lady?
I don't like that he's fat shaming. He's like, well, it's probably because you're fat. You can't get up here like me.
That's true. He answers a few questions I hear here.
For those of you that were wondering, yes, you take off all your pants and your underwear completely.
Who thought you did?
No shit.
And yes, I do this in convenience stores, grocery stores, restaurants, anywhere else. I always squat directly on the toilet.
What an asshole.
So thanks again for joining me. Bye.
Okay. All right.
But see, now he's putting his dirty footprints all over the toilet where other people sit, and
That's true. That is very true. I still can't believe that he does this stuff. As many times as I've heard it, like I'll see him, like, hey man, and then it'll hit me, and I just can't believe it. Well, I guess I can't believe more that this is more believable than the fact that he holds it for so long. You know.
Did
That
you
is
learn
crazy.
this from like a Cambodian grandfather or someone taught him this?
I asked.
And
He said self-taught.
self-taught. And what is the trauma again for why he holds it? What happened with it? I know he said it.
I think his mom told him to hurry up one time, and then that imprinted. I kind of forget the exact story, but it's something like that.
Hmm.
How much money would you need if to get where just for the rest of your life you have to shit like that in
Oh,
private
man.
and in public?
Come
Mm. But can I get an Eastern style toilet? It's much easier.
No, it has to be normal American toilet.
Oh, it's hard. I mean, I couldn't shit now because my knee's
on.
sick. I
Could
couldn't
you
get out
do
there.
me a favor? Could you take it back that you want him to crack his head open?
Why?
This poor man is just showing us how he poos.
What? I don't like his attitude. He's very condescending about it. Like,
And
well,
now
you can't do this because you're a great big fatso, and I do this everywhere.
We choose who we want to be, and you want this man to get hurt.
Well, I don't want him doing it at convenience stores and in public because people sit on those toilets, and then he's putting his dirty ass shoes on there. It's very inconsiderate of others, I find.
Okay.
Would you shit like that if I gave you the right toilet?
Babe, I'll try this. I'll try this on our toilet.
Do you know that
Okay.
my Indian stepfather, when he came to America,
He did this.
was shitting like this until his roommate in Van Nuys in the Valley caught him and was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So someone had to teach him not to shit like
I bet it becomes kind of addictive though, because
that.
of
But
the
that
way-
feels great.
Yeah, because it just, you know, like your design. We used to shit into the ground like that, full squat. So I bet you when you do it, you're like, oh, that was way easier.
Yeah, way easier.
Yeah.
Well, they say giving birth like this is supposed to be better as well. It makes
Try
sense.
that.
Why
Why
would
don't you do that? Why don't you do that next?
I couldn't hold myself up. Oh my god.
Try it next year.
But do you think when you're having a bout of diarrhea and you're squatting, that would it'd probably be easier cleanup for you? Probably feel a lot better.
Maybe. Maybe.
Would you try it?
Oh man, I don't know. I have diarrhea so much. I guess I'll try it. I bet it just comes out all at once. There's no way to it. Yeah.
Effortless.
Just like opening a sink. Just kind of fills right out. Ooh. Just
Yeah.
talking about it makes me want to have diarrhea. All right.
I want to have diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
I can help you with that. You want some diarrhea?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Oh, you're cute.
Thanks.
I can't wait to go swimming and walk on this fucking foot. I'm starting to get restless now. I'm on week 5 of my recovery. Week 6, I get to go to the doctor and get x-rayed.
Gene, did we
You know,
play the clip of Charles getting recognized?
No, let's do that.
I
That's
have
fun.
that. So, yeah, for people that don't know, trying to find.
That was a good moment.
That was amazing, right? This was sent.
That's Oh, such a good moment. Such a good YMH family moment.
Yeah, so everybody, you remember Charles.
What's going on? It's Charles.
It's Charles.
I just wanted to do a video instead of a text or a phone call.
So he put out the famous video on Match where he sent a girl a video instead of a call, instead of a text. And he showed her his office and all this, and then he was like, "I'll meet you at Lily's."
Oh, say around 8 o'clock, 8:15.
And we played that clip, and eventually Charles came on the podcast, and he's been a great sport, especially on Instagram. Like, he really leaned into it, like took ownership of it, and fans love him, and they're always commenting. He does real estate in New York, and he'll, do a tour, like, for his business, and it'll be full of YMH fans, but they're all, like, very supportive of him. And then we were sent this video, Gene, of him out to lunch, I think, with his mother and maybe a sibling or something, and he gets recognized by the server, and like is thrilled to meet him, and it's pretty cute. If his mom knew what podcast it was, she'd be like, "Oh God."
Everybody else thinks he's actually good. What was the best part of Charles's hate story? Oh, I want to say,
Just, I'm taking care of you for sure,
How cool is that?
Yay,
That
I
was
love
pretty sweet.
that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charles. I love that in our world it's so specific
Yeah.
that somebody who was featured on our show is now like YMH famous and
Pretty-
like
pretty
made
great.
some other dudes ship,
It's pretty great.
Charles.
I know. Yeah. Pretty great.
He's the best, dude.
Charles, we love you. So glad
Oh.
that happened. And that guy did it. He's like, "Ah." Yeah, I get tagged and people standing in front of Lily's, and
Yeah.
even our agent did that. Our agent went down there and he was like, "Guess where I'm at today?" Pretty fun.
I wonder if Lily's business has increased
Oh,
due to
boy.
our whole enterprise.
But it's always just at 8 or 8:15. Like, we cannot seat everybody at 8 or 8:15.
Oh, say around 8 o'clock, 8:15.
Oh my god. If I were on a dating app, I would put that. I'd be like, see you at Lily's at 8 or 8:15.
Yeah.
And if someone was like, yeah, I'm down.
Yep, it'd be great.
That would be a good first date if you both like YMH.
We've been tagged in things with people. They want
shit.
YMH dating apps, they want to date people.
Yeah.
Did I seriously forget the?
I think that would be a great idea.
It would be, yeah. It would be. Yeah.
Find your Gene there.
What you gonna do the rest of your day, Gene? Over in ATX? Keep watching the
Gosh,
weather, or you see how it
You gotta
changes?
do every weather
I
report.
did.
Stop raining?
I forgot.
Stop raining yet, or is it still raining?
What's going on?
We
What's
had
all the
lunch.
burping?
We had lunch. Drinking a carbonated drink. It happens. It's life.
Yeah, but you wake up and you belch. You'll just wake up out of dead slumber and go. I'm like, well, you didn't even drink anything. Nothing's happened in your day.
Can't believe I
You're
forgot to
already
take a
living.
picture of the line
It
art.
happens in life. This is just how life goes.
Does not just happen in life.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna go have dinner with the kiddos, and then I'm gonna try to get them to go to sleep and threaten our youngest to make sure he stays in his crib, all night.
Sure.
Because that will ruin like a week of our sleep coming out of bed. And then I'm gonna try to find a show. You ever get so annoyed with like
Trying to
stuff
find
is
the
too
show. Yeah.
yeah. Stuff is so stupid that I literally will be like, I'm just gonna fucking sit here and stare at the window. And I'll just sit there and be like, my thoughts are better than like what the fuck I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. No, it's overwhelming, but then all of a sudden you realize there's like legit 6 shows that are like supposed to be amazing that are out that you haven't seen, and you're like, oh, I want to. I get like start show anxiety. I'm like, I don't know. I know that half the country says this is the best show, but I don't know, and I won't start it. I won't start.
Until 10 years from now.
Yeah, in a few years I'll be like, have you seen The Sopranos? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I started to do the mayor of Easttown, or the mayor,
Yeah.
with, what's her name?
I don't know. I don't know what
And,
you're
and,
talking
and it is so depressing. Everything's gray and depressing.
about. Super depressing. I can't do either.
I can't do this. I got a broken ankle. Don't depress me. Now, I will say American Ninja Warrior is really,
Oh.
really, really on fire. Because the first female passed, what was her name, Flex, is doing really, really well. And I'm really surprised because a lot of times the women don't make it very far into courses. They have to have upper bodies that look like dudes to make it through the whole course, is what I've noticed.
I can't believe that we're together. It literally depresses me when I'm like walking around, and I walk around the corner and I see you and you're like, I think he's gonna make it all the way through this course. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
The kids love it now too.
Of course, it's for little kids.
Yeah, they're rooting for Flex like I am, and we're just all into it, man. We're all in.
Yeah.
What a great show. Did I tell you I had one of them reach out to me to train Bert?
No.
One of the American Ninja Warriors trainers reached out to me. She's like, I love the show. I would love to train Bert. I'm like, well, he's in Serbia right now, but
Yeah.
maybe when he gets back,
You can
we can have
definitely
him do it.
give it a shot. You can try. Yeah.
Bert Kreischinger.
Bert Kreischinger.
Yeah.
Gross. What a dummy.
I love it.
Jeez.
They wrote an article about a cast member joining his movie, and it said like so and so actress joins Bart Crystal's movie in Serbia. Yeah,
Shut
like
up.
a printed article. You know,
That's definitely why they shut up.
I don't know. They were just
It
like
has to be.
so well, this actress is joining Bart Crystal's movie routine. So ridiculous. But they wouldn't get it right for the article. No, you're not even looking.
I know.
Yeah.
Gosh. Jeez, I'm so excited for our Austin studio to be ready. We're designing stuff
I know.
and thinking of ideas to make it special.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to spend some time in 2022 in there. We just had to extend this lease. Pretty cool.
Well,
Well, we got on that one, I don't know, a year ago. I was like, oh, it'll be ready. And they're like, well, you know, it rained today.
that is how they are. Can't do
So-
construction. Fine.
Once these permits go through, you go, you know what I mean? You know how when you pull off the chicken wing, you ain't got no milk? And you're like, what? Well, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
It rained earlier, and you go, let's see if it rain tomorrow. Yeah. I'll get that construction done for you.
Aw.
Okay, thanks, man.
What are you doing tonight? Are you doing spots in the city?
Tomorrow.
Are you excited to be away from us?
No, I'm ready to
By
go.
the way, I'm building you a dad den, essentially with a really heavy door so you can lock us all out. You don't have to hear us or deal with us. See, look at you smiling. That's the happiest I've seen you this whole time.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That door is exciting as fuck.
It's so thick. It's like a panic room door. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. When I saw
You
that,
lock-
my D got real hard when I saw it.
Yeah, just to block us all out.
I got real excited.
What are you gonna do there in your secret dad den?
Everything I'm doing now is just without fucking noise and somebody opening stupid pocket doors every 2 seconds. Like I'm on the phone, I'm in a meeting, and then he's like, "Hey Tom," I'm like, "God damn it, what, dude? I'm in a meeting." He's like, "Oh, I want to ask you something about Pac-Man."
I know, I've had to answer so many questions about Pac-Man. Does Pac-Man, what are the pellets made out of? Ooh, what?
Who's power bear? What's in a power bear? Can we get one? Yeah, let me finish this call, okay? those stupid doors. Those are the shittiest doors.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right.
What else you got, King?
Nothing. What else? What do I have?
What?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, he had an update. You want to see the Kings update?
Of course.
Let me see here. Where do I have him? Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's the Kings update. You want to know?
Uh-oh.
Good morning, my kings and queens above 18. Put your feet on the ground and take off running. Let's go. Time to wake up. Let's go get some stuff done today. I'm still looking for that special lady to be my queen. Come on. If you're in the Canton, Akron, Madison, or Cleveland area, let me know. Kings and queens above 18 at gmail.com. I would love to go out and do stuff and have fun and maybe take a ride on a bike. Come on. Summer has just started. Let's go do things. You guys have a beautiful day. I am heading to, I think Detroit today. Take a load up there and bring a load back. You guys have a beautiful day. I love you guys. My kings and queens above 18. Let's get going.
Did you hear that? He dropped like a Charles.
Look at him.
Here's the Kings. Yeah.
Well, this was interesting because now he's making a direct plea for companionship. We haven't seen this before.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. And like, I'm still looking. I want this. And now he gave cities. Are you in one of these cities?
Yeah.
Gave him a way to contact him. Here's my email.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So this is a new approach. He's no longer doing the, show me like a laugh, show me your boobs. Like he's looking for love now.
I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. Let's see those boobs hang. Yeah.
But he's still hovering over them in the video, which is not true.
Yeah.
Let's make some
What?
videos. I want to see them. I want to laugh.
Yeah.
I want to laugh.
Why is he still hovering? You know?
Why hovering? I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Different. That's why. Okay. This is being different.
Also, he said, I want to go on a bike ride.
Mm-hmm. Which is good.
Yeah, he needs to.
All right. Really on it today, huh?
I think it'd be a good idea to go for a long bike ride.
Oh my
Or he
god.
could be at home.
Yeah, it's probably good. Yeah, if you're a truck driver, you probably sit a lot. Probably good to
Yeah.
be active.
You need to get that. Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing your own version of get your feet on the ground, start doing stuff today. Yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Me?
You're saying that. You're saying get your feet on the ground.
Yes,
Get some stuff
that's
done.
right.
Let's
Get
get out
some
there.
stuff done, dude.
Let's get out there.
Get your life.
Yeah.
Because now I'm on a whole fitness kick too with my rehab. I'm like you, where I wanna get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I'm real motivated now. Now I'm like doing my PT and I'm gonna go get my fitness level up.
It's the best, right? I feel so motivated. I worked out before I came in here today.
Good for you.
First thing in the morning. Good for you. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Good for you. My mother used to say, thumbs up. Good for you. Thumbs up. What the fuck did you hear that one from?
Yeah.
Where do foreigners pick up these sayings? They're not even really sayings. Does your mom do that?
She has some saying. What does she always say? That's the way the cookie rolls. And I'm like, that's not the expression. I go, it's the way the cookie crumbles. And she's like, no, the cookie rolls. I'm like, nobody says that. So she says some weird shit like that.
That's the way the cookie rolls.
Yeah. All right,
My
Chief.
mother can never get that right. All right. Is this it?
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too. Do you have anything you want me to tell Mr. Burr when he gets here?
Maybe, does he have a second kid coming?
No, they've had them. Oh, the second child a while ago.
They did.
Yeah, they have 2 children now.
Mazel. Congrats.
Okay.
And that's it. Tell me I love you. Tell me I what's up.
Okay, I will.
All right. I love you guys.
All right, we love you too. Bye, Gene.
Mwah.
This episode is brought to you by our partner Whoop. We all want to make healthier decisions. We want to try to sleep better, eat better, and live healthier lives, especially with summer coming up. Beach season around the corner. We don't always know how our body is feeling, how long to work out for, how much sleep we need. Whoop is a fitness track device that helps solve those questions. They have so much insight into what your body is doing, and it actually answers those questions for you. Literally, You can turn on the sleep coach, and it tells you, you know what, you have a sleep deficit built up. You need to go to bed by 10:45 tonight, and you need to sleep at least until 6:48. You're going to function well tomorrow and be able to take on strain. How great is it to know that? Well, you can know that now if you get yourself a Whoop, and it tells you, hey, it's time to push it. You can actually strain yourself. For our listeners, if you're thinking about giving Whoop a shot, there's no better time than today. You can save 15% off Whoop
Ads.
with the code YOURMOM. Go to Whoop, WHOOP.com.
Let's get to Bill Burr.
ExpressVPN.
Word at ExpressVPN.
Fun. Welcoming back for the first time in a long time, one of the best comedians working today. You know him in the Monday Morning Podcast and the Bill Burr Podcast. It's Bill Burr. Hey, Bill. Hey. How's it going? What's up, Christina? She's doing fine.
Yeah, she seems a little shocked.
Yeah.
I like the glasses though. That's a lot of intellect.
It does. It makes her smarter than she is. I like it too. It's my idealized version of Christina.
You know, there's thoughts going in there, but there's no words coming out.
It's perfect.
And she's ready for you.
Yeah. Don't have to deal with any of her shit.
Yep.
Love her. I love you.
Aggressive.
Thank you.
It is.
Isn't that crazy that really is like...
You made women great again. Harkens back to an America that I miss. She actually looks like, you know, when they used to do those shows where it was the nerdy chick, they just put a hot actress in glasses.
Yeah.
And you can see she's like obviously this is like the porn star version of it. Maybe you could do that. You could do like the porn star version of that.
Hey, why don't we get just a big-titted blonde porn star to sit in on the next episode? You know?
Sure, I'll get right on it.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Great idea.
Put that on the casting sheet. Big-titted porn star to sit in with a shocked look on her face, wearing glasses.
And the whole time she has to have her mouth open.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Tell her it's good exposure. This is what happens. You become the devil when you start booking stuff. Start paying people an exposure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the exposure thing.
Yeah, it's great exposure.
Yeah, that was a thing that would happen for people that don't know when you're stand up and you like start working. You get booked on these like this will be a web thing. We'll own the set, but a lot of people will see it and you'll get great exposure.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh okay.
Oh, yeah. You'll start selling out venues, and then you go to those venues, and then those promoters will fuck you over there.
Yeah.
We'll pass over the fuck over to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing. I got paid an exposure for. That's like the first 15 years of my career.
Yeah, and then there was the thing. I don't know. Did you ever do a half hour of presents or anything like that? Or no?
Yeah.
You did. I don't know how if yours was super effective. I remember that when I got it, they were like, your road business is gonna change. And I was like, really? And they were like, oh yeah.
Which is why we're underpaid.
Yeah.
Well, we're underpaid. You're not going to have any room for the money that we were going to give it to you. No, I did mine. I worked totally clean because they had that archaic beat. Is what they were using, and then I did as little amount of time as they allotted. Well, because I knew I didn't have the final edit.
Right.
So I'm not going to give this. I saw guys do like 40, 50 minutes. And it's like, dude, you don't even know if this person knows you or understands your act, so now they can just turn it into a mess. So, like, they needed, like, what, 22 minutes?
Yep.
You had to do at least 26. I did 26. So all they did was they just took a bit out. So that worked. And then I worked, like, totally clean, because it's like, well, if you're going to beep it, then I'll figure out how to just do it clean, which was sort of a fun exercise. That's not who I am. But it didn't do anything. HBO HBO and getting on Opie Anthony at the same time when I was covering for Jim was the first thing that got me like East Coast markets and San Francisco and a little bit in Chicago.
And that is when you started to notice the change, like the tickets were selling.
It was like in those markets.
Yeah.
It was a few, but it was like mostly like San Francisco was HBO. The whole East Coast, the whole
HBO because that was a special.
Yeah, but I mean, but Opie and Anthony, I don't think they
that big in San Francisco, but all of, like, Opie Anthony got me, like, tri-state area, up to Boston, out to, like, Cleveland, and down to, like, DC.
Yeah.
But the second I got into Virginia, it just, there was
It.
nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. Virginia all the way down to Miami, all the way across Tex-Mex, Arizona, that was all a wasteland. And Colorado, HBO special helped me. Like, when they were like those really like nerdy comedy towns,
Mhm.
nerdy in a good way, I think they actually saw the specials. And then, like the blue collar sort of northern cities was Opie and Anthony. And then I just wasn't on anything that like, southern or southwest.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Midwest we're gonna see, you know what I mean? Like they just
Sure.
sort of existed on different, circles, you know what I
Do you
mean?
feel like, because one of the things that I noticed is that a lot of times now comedians, like people we know, friends, or people
Where's
we
my
go to the
ink?
store with,
Where's my
will
inker
get
at?
in a movie or
There you
something,
are.
and it like will do nothing. And it's not like the movie didn't do well or the part, like they did great, but it just doesn't create the same traction it used to. But then I think of something like The Mandalorian, which you were in both seasons, but you had like your own episode basically on the second season. It's a phenomenal series, and the episode is amazing. Do you feel like, can you sense that that has any effect? Like, does it bring? It's such a popular
No,
show.
I don't think it does.
No?
I think the, that, I don't know. Well, I was so far down the road as a comic by the time I got that.
Sure.
That got me was acting work.
Okay.
That
Did you have
got-
fun doing
that-
it? It's
Oh,
so
man,
dope
I had
to
a
watch.
blast.
Really?
Well, there's a guy over there, Gary Marcus, who I first worked with on a Mike Binder film called Black or White. And he's just one of those guys, you can just tease him and he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
So the running gag the whole day is just basically, you know, how he still has a career.
Yeah.
He's great at what he does. It's just a total joking. Yeah. People like listening to me making fun of him. So I actually look forward to the day, and we go back and forth, and he trashes me. So like most of the day, I feel like if I'm not asking like what's going on in this scene,
Mm-hmm.
it's just me trashing him
Yeah.
while they're setting up another scene and making people laugh. And yeah, he got me with something. I didn't get the joke because I didn't see the movie. My character had to run up this hill, and then they played that song from The Lion King. The whole crew laughed at me. We had a blast when we were on that.
That's cool. How long did it take to shoot that episode? Like that, your episode?
Oh, I don't know. It's over a week, but I totally lucked out because it's Jon Favreau who totally knows what he's doing, and it's like they, you know, whatever your favorite movie is,
Mm-hmm.
just imagine if you got control of an aspect of it
Yeah.
with his skills.
Yeah.
So him and his running partner, like it's based on his name, I like total.
Filoni?
Yes.
Dave Filoni?
Yeah,
Dude, I got so
big,
deep
big hockey guy, right?
into that.
So they love, you know,
The whole
Star
Star
Wars
Wars
and all that.
world, yeah.
So they get to do it. Like I would say the way they rebooted the Karate Kid.
Mhm.
You could tell that first season, like, well, these guys love this movie. They're filling in all this background stuff. So that was really exciting. And then I lucked out in the second way. It was Rick Famuyiwa was the director, and he wanted to do like a Reservoir Dogs sort of style thing with like these bounty hunter guys and women, and it was like, you know, the whole thing just kind of. I don't even know how the hell, like, all of my whole freaking career is like, I don't even know how the hell it, like, I just lucked out.
Well,
No, Mike Binder, I went to Mike Binder's birthday party, and John was there, he said, hey, you know, we're writing this thing, we kind of have you in mind, you want to do it?
oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, John, I've teased Star Wars people a lot.
Yeah.
And he goes, I know, he goes, I listen to podcasts, he goes, I think it would be funny if you got in it. My wife was kicking me under the table, and I was like, all right, I'll do it, but like, there's this misconception that I truly hated it.
Yeah.
I just was hating on it as a comic.
It's a bit almost.
Yeah, you see 1,000 people excited about something.
Sure.
You're gonna make fun of it.
Pro wrestlers. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just doing that. That's all I was doing. So, yeah, and then I got there, and you know, it's just fun to work on something.
It's so good, man.
But it's like that big.
Oh God.
Like they got this thing called like the volume,
Mm-hmm.
where they shoot this thing, and I don't even understand the technology. They close all the walls all around you, and then they shot this footage that they then project onto the walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm talking to you, if the camera moves behind me, the stuff behind you moves, you get like vertigo.
God damn.
So that's why I think the acting in those scenes are really good, because you really have to lock in on the actor,
Yeah.
because if you sell the stuff, you can like tip over.
It's the best kind of thing where I remember season one, like when you go, I'll check this out. Like, you know what I mean? You're not like, I'm looking forward, but you're like, I guess I'll check this out. And it hooks you in such a way that you become more of a super, like, I think that everything about that series is amazing. From the music, to the way it's shot, the acting, the storytelling. It's incredible, man.
That's been my whole acting career.
Yeah?
Is I get like 5 lines on something
That's amazing.
yeah.
You were Breaking Bad,
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
I have no business being in. I just paratroop in for a couple of episodes, and everybody else does all the work, writes it, and all the stars of the show make it huge. And now I'm in the background. Hey, Mr. Herman.
It's a good place to be, though.
You know it is. No, believe me.
Yeah.
If I can just keep doing that and just do my stand-up stuff and my podcast, like, you know, I'm cool, because it gives me plenty of time to hang with, you know, my wife and kids. So that's all it matters.
You and I both do.
I said something a little heartfelt there, and you're looking at the screen. I was hoping to get more emotional. Try to do
Sorry,
it.
sorry.
Sorry. My Bill, you've grown so much as a person.
You really have.
Something you want to do.
You really have.
Christina, what do you think?
I'm
She's shocked. You can't believe I just said that.
We're all proud of you. You've grown as a human being. You're more introspective.
And I only do it for this. I only do it for compliments on the podcast.
I mean, I want
It's
to give you that.
completely insincere in real life, but on the podcast, I act like I'm a nice person.
No, you're very sincere in your life, aren't you? I feel like you are.
I don't know what I am. I'm still figuring it. No, actually, I figured myself out.
How did you figure yourself out?
Mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you endorse them for people? I should try them?
No.
Okay.
Because how the fuck do I know what it's going to do for you?
Okay, that's all right.
You might be one of those people, one of those high school film strips I used to watch, who thinks they can fly and jumps off a building. I don't know. No, I just took some and, you know, it got me in touch with why I became a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Is I didn't have like a good trip. I didn't have a good trip, but in a good way. It let me know. It let me know why I always walked around saying I hate myself. I figured the whole.
You figured that out?
Figured it all out. I now know everything that I did, good or bad, my whole life. I know why I did it. I know why I drank the way I did, why it ended up getting out of control. I know the whole fucking thing.
All from that trip?
Yeah.
And is it simple? Like, is it ultimately something you go like
It
that?
was mind-blowing because it was right there, but because of pain and stuff, you just block it all out. And what I have found with a lot of things is a lot of things happen to you when you were a kid. So because of that kid perspective, and it was so huge and it was a universe, that they're like mountains to you in your head. And then when you finally cross the line, it's like stepping up onto a curve, because it wasn't like a big deal. I've also learned too, like with you know, your idea of your childhood and the adults in your life, their idea of your childhood, neither one of them is true. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Where you were putting so much on it because
Where is that?
and then they're out there working, doing whatever, or you're your teacher, you know, who said whatever.
Looking
was
for a
struggling to
specific
think.
ink
But to
pen.
them, it was such a smaller thing. That's why when kids confront, it's like, you did it, I never did that. They don't
Oh, well.
remember it. Sure. Not in a mean way.
Just stick with
So
this one.
I think that I was actually like, you know, I think I put too much on a lot of things, where they put maybe too little, you know, whoever the people were in my life, whatever issue. And now being a parent, you know, I get real, I think one of my strengths as a parent is remembering like what it was like to be a kid.
Yeah.
It's like my daughter was putting on something and she didn't want to wear it. And my wife was saying, you're fine. And I said, well, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
You can't go to school not liking what you're wearing, because that's going to get in your
Because
head.
you remember.
Well, that's going to get in your head. You're going to carry yourself a certain way, and that's going to attract the sharks.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be going to school feeling good about yourself.
Yeah. True.
Especially if you had orange hair and freckles.
Yeah.
You needed to have a vibe.
And do you feel like, yeah, that's a big deal. I think about that too sometimes, about when you go, you put a lot on how you view things as a kid. Well, now with my own kids, where something will just happen, you know, some interaction, I'll be like, oh, I wonder if this for him will be a bigger deal. You know, like something that's
Yeah.
imprinted in his mind.
I think as long as your kid respects you but isn't afraid of you,
Yeah.
and if you actually say like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, that's a big thing for them. Because like my kids are not afraid of me in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way. Sometimes that backfires. Like my daughter one time was doing something. And I was saying, you can't do that. Okay, I told you not to do it, and you did it. She goes, yeah, but she goes, but Dad, it was funny. And I had to be like, all right, it was funny. As a comic, I gotta own up. It was funny. I go, but you shouldn't do it. So I think she had a difficult time with the fact that I agreed that it was funny.
Yeah.
But I got a kick out of the fact I was like, oh, she was going for the joke.
Yeah, I know they go for jokes. They do that. My 5-year-old, I yelled and I was like, no, get me fucking out. You know, I screamed about something he threw on the ground, and then like he came over, he goes, you don't yell at me like that. Talk to me normal. And I laughed so hard because I was so fired up. I was like, all right, man, sorry, I'm sorry. He was like, I'm a kid, talk normal to me. And I was like, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just lit me up.
Well, the thing is, and it's also like, you know, I think they know when they should be yelled at.
Yeah, they do kind of.
They do, because I did. I remember, you know, my mom used to, you know, she was the one that dealt out the punishment. She had like a paddle and shit. And I was like, I deserve every fucking one of those.
Yeah.
There was only like one or two where, you know, I got it because somebody else did something. I wasn't going to say anything. So, but I mean, for the most part, but I'm sure it went that way with some of my other siblings.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Is that you have full, like you basically feel like you have full clarity on why you're Canadian. Like you, whatever it is, you see it.
Yeah, and it wasn't because I love comedy and I always related to me. That's what I thought it was. It wasn't.
No.
It was a very simple thing.
Yeah.
It was I was going to go on. It was the quickest way for me as a shy loner type person to go on into a room, get everybody to know me and like me, and then nobody hurts me.
Yeah.
It was just that. It was as simple as that. You're gonna like me. Hey, he's a good guy, and then I can fucking relax. Because I was sort of stuck in the fight or flight mode, as most kids were of, I think, when I grew up. Like it was it was an interesting time. You just sent your kids outside, which you would never. I mean, I live in a city, so I wouldn't do that. But back, living in the suburbs,
yeah,
they just sent you outside, and then you ran into other kids. And if they were bigger kids, they would just do shit to you.
Yep.
Break your toys, beat you up, throw rocks at you, make you run as they shot bow and arrows at you. I remember the kid used to make us run. Shoot this fucking arrow up here, like a real arrow.
Yeah, fuck.
And you didn't get caught in the wind, you try to get out of the way. And you'd be like, all right, you come back. Now you get out there. And it was just like his entertainment. Just shit like that. I mean, that's how that whole, that F is for Family thing came about. Was when I first told those stories on stage, people laughed, and then somewhere along the line, parenting changed, and those kids grew up, and all those laughs turned into like, no,
yeah,
oh, and it was really frustrating to get, I guess, emotionally supported as opposed to people laughing. So then I was just like, so I just sort of put them away, but I knew they were funny. And I also knew that way of living didn't totally go away, that there's still kids doing shit to each other or whatever. And so that's why we figured out, watching South Park, it's like, well, how far these guys are going? I'm going nowhere near this. I thought I could get away with these stories if I animate them. So that was the deal.
Wow, that's amazing. You, I didn't see you much or talk to you much during the pandemic, but you're somebody I wondered how you personally dealt with it. I see you as like somebody that, like you got to get out there, you got to get on stage, somebody that's got to get out of the house and do that. And like,
I was built for it, dude.
Really?
Oh, dude. Yeah, if I could just like, my wife doesn't get that about me. But there's a big part of me that could literally just sit on a back porch and stare at the trees for the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like everything I've been through, which I'm not going to get into, I need like quiet. And I think like what we do is loud. Heckling and all this shit, traveling and getting through. We had a very, full flight, blah, 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 all of that type of stuff. And Yeah, you know, some guys get upstage and you want to keep it going.
Yeah, we both work with one.
Yeah, go to the VIP.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think with Bert it's a bad thing. Bert has such like a good heart. I feel
He
like
does.
he wants everyone to have a good time.
That's exactly what, and then he'll turn to you and go, don't you want this to never end? And you're like, no, I'd like it to end like maybe in an hour.
Yeah. No, I am one of those people that like through my whole career, I was always the guy that like if there was a dive bar
Mm-hmm.
that I could go to with a bunch of old people in there and they had no idea about anything.
Yeah, that's your spot.
That was absolutely my spot, and yeah.
Well, I do feel
that for
a
while.
similar thing because I feel like what we do is like being in, like let's say the chaos for lack of a better term, like you know being out there in shows and like everything's moving, tons of people. And that's why I feel like going home. I like a home life that's very peaceful. You know, like a quiet, like it's like a
Right.
and I need it. I
Do
need
you get that when you get home? Because I always find you get home, your
No.
wife's so sick of dealing with the kids.
Yeah, no.
It's like, and here you go.
Yeah, no.
So
No.
I try to get prepared.
You have to get prepared, and then
For that.
yeah, and then you have to get prepared, and you talk about how it was really hard out there, and real stressful. Like that was fucking really rough.
Yeah, I get in fucking trouble. I get more trouble being married than I did in school. It's fucking crazy. I'm just always in the doghouse. It's just hilarious. You can't like, I don't know, but we have such funny fights. We have such fucking hilarious fights now because I'm not angry anymore, you know? I still have a temper, but I don't walk around just angry,
Yeah.
which has been this big lift for my wife, I hope.
Well, for
Because
sure.
I was not easy to deal with. I'm not with your fucking personal shit. I can tell you, well, for sure. He said that a little too quick. So we had, you just sound like Bill Murray in Kingpin. Oh, bad. Yeah, so we had
You were not an easy guy to be around.
No,
I can't
no.
imagine being married yet.
Yeah, no, it's bad. So we had this fight. She was asking me, it was something about the kids. And you know when your wife asks you, the decision's already made.
Yes.
So, but she knows she can't make the decision on her own, so she's coming over for you to just agree with it. So I didn't agree with her. I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. And she goes, well, why not? I was just thinking, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, no, I just, it doesn't make sense to me. I think we can handle this. We don't need an outside person, blah, 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 for this little thing, right? And then she just kept going, so what are you saying? Which is hilarious. You speak English. You heard what I just said.
Yeah.
Dude, over and over and over again. And then she kept saying her point or whatever. And in my head, I'm going like, I've already lost.
Yeah.
I know it's going to go her way. But just as an experiment, let me just stick to this and see what happens. I swear to God, so I just kept saying, no, I understand your point and I don't want to do it. And it was something we needed both people to approve.
Yeah.
But she goes, so you don't want to do it. She just kept doing that. So what are you saying? You don't want to do it? You kept doing that. And I just stuck with it. She goes, fine. And I said, okay, thank you. And she got up and she walked out, right? And about a half hour later, 20 minutes later, she comes back in the room, gets something, puts something down, and she's just doing it really fucking loud, right? And I'm just looking at her, and then as she walks out of the room, she just walks out of the room, she just goes like, gives me this look, and dude, I just fucking bursted out laughing. Like I couldn't stop laughing. And she's like, what? And I just crying. I go, you're mad at me. She goes, I'm not mad at you. I go, you just shot me a look. I go, you were literally mad at me because you asked me what I wanted and I told you. And she kept trying to say that she wasn't mad. I just kept laughing at. I finally just said, listen, you know we're gonna do what you want to do. Why do you even ask me? Why do we have to go through this?
Yeah.
And you sitting and saying all that. So I just laughed my whole way through it. And I said, do it the way you want to do it. And that was just how it ended. And then the next morning, she came down to me unsolicited and said, hey, you know what? We don't have to do that. I thought about it, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, oh, nice. All right. Yeah, and that's kind of how it works. I've learned you can't argue with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can do that all fucking day, and they're just going to weigh you down.
Yeah.
They're just going to fucking lean on you. And it's like, you're just going to... talking about that in my act, joking. I go, that's an away game. Arguing with a woman is a fucking hostile environment. You're not gonna win. But I found these other things that it's this odd thing that if you just sort of quit,
Yeah.
it makes them look at themselves. It's fucking weird. And,
Yeah.
and if they're not 100% on it, I think that they maybe think like, well, I need to save this card that we're just gonna do what I want,
Right.
or else he's gonna think that it's not balanced. So, or maybe the fact that I just wasn't an asshole for once, being like, you know what, fucking shit, man, you know, what the fuck even fucking asking? You do that, I get you nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we all are glad that you're on such an asshole. But, yeah.
You think you always had that serial killer vibe. I know you look like Burl Ives, so no one thinks that you're fucking dangerous. I would not want to go to sleep in a house you were in. He'd probably kill you with that. Have a holly jolly Christmas in the background. He's standing in some fucking sadomasochist holiday outfit.
Oh my god.
Okay, look, I gotta show you something. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I've heard about your show.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, I don't need this shit on my hard drive, okay? We can just, like...
These are funny. These are funny.
Yeah, but your idea of, like, what's funny...
Come on, man. So this
Yeah,
is,
you're into, like, comedy roadkill.
No.
Yeah, like
No.
decomposing possums.
This is
Jokes. Dude, I still remember that fucking guy.
Which guy?
That guy.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, the
Try
guy.
it out. Try it out. Like, I'll never forget that.
You remember trying it out?
That's not something you forget.
That's true.
I mean, I will tell you, having been in a writer's room for 5 seasons, you know, you try to come up with catchphrases and shit. I don't think you can ever be tried out.
I know.
Try it out with just the way he said it.
It's true.
I mean, you fucked a lot, man.
That's him, yeah.
Yeah.
Come check it out.
Go check it out.
He also said try it out's his big one. I mean,
Yeah.
no,
That guy was molested as a child.
It's in my building, try it out.
I feel bad for him.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's a hurt child.
Yes.
Yes. And then Tom goes, oh, I see the comedy in that. Which is fine. If you want to live in that dark place, why do you got to project it onto me?
Okay. All right. So
It's
here.
amazing how jolly you can look next to that fucking blow-up doll. It's like, he's the happiest man in the sex trafficking business. Come on down to Jolly Tom's.
So these are clips.
Try it out. Check it out. You really do, dude. You look like... Oh, by the way, you were fucking great in that Steve Byrne movie.
Oh, thanks,
The
man.
cop, dude, you were
Yeah.
fucking great in that. You
Thank
got,
you.
I went to the premiere, you got huge laughs.
Oh, thanks, man.
Neil Brennan crushed it, too. Was the club owner?
Yeah.
Fucking crushed it.
Crazy. I told Steve it's just a miracle you can get a movie made. You know what I mean? It's incredible just to get that made.
Oh, yeah, if you're actually gonna, if you're not just gonna, like, shoot it on your iPhone and do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
It's just insane.
yeah. It's quite the tricky dance.
For a little bit. So we get sent in a lot of videos that I think you'll like, and we play these videos, and this is a short
Is
one.
this the comedic nice setup that you're gonna do before I see something horrific?
I mean, possibly. So,
I'd say definitely. You know, he built the brand over here. I like how he's doing this like I don't know exactly what's happening.
so these videos,
Dude, I just don't want to see anybody fuck anything. I don't want to see. I don't want to see it.
This is just using this as like horrible or hilarious. That's it, you know? So, here's what
Oh shit.
She's not hurt. She's fine. She's fine. She's saying, "Oh my God," too much. That's great. See,
That was a good one.
I'm a Three Stooges guy. I know you're gonna go slapstick.
Yeah. These are some fun ones.
All right. Oh, the Higgins ahead.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
I wake my wife up watching. Yeah, it's so that's fucking hilarious. I watched the guy jet ski.
Oh.
Beautiful lake, go right in the side of a boat with his girlfriend on the back. Oh my God.
Right. That was
I was laughing so hard I woke her up. I was like shaking the bed.
Yeah. I get yelled at. She tells me now, because I watch things on the patio at our house, And Christina's like, she'll text me, I can hear the screaming. She's like, please put in headphones. This one's a Russia, and they're alive. They're alive.
Are those people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he missing a lip?
I don't know if they were fighting.
Holy shit.
I swear to God.
How did that happen? I'm not seeing that again. They have a rocket. For me, it's the guy's jacket. He goes for half a second. He's got his little squirrel suits. Falling.
Oh my god.
It's over.
Oh.
What is this one? Oh, this is the best. Oh, I'm just gonna jump from the roof.
Oh my god, no, that's bad. That's Joe Theismann shit.
But who thinks you can make that jump? Why would
That
you
wasn't
think?
that bad a jump.
It's from a roof, though. I mean,
That's a one-story house.
But you
That
think,
guy's clumsy as shit.
but he's wearing like rain boots.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
Dude, by the way, I vowed I would never watch yours.
Yeah.
And that guy, Crime Faces, posted it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was watching it going, that second, that guy looks like Tom's girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
I never want to see that again.
Yeah. I'm having surgery again on this arm.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty gnarly.
Well, let's see. So now it's all right. Maybe that was your karma for laughing at this shit.
That's what
all
everybody
year.
said. Yeah. Everybody was
Oh
like,
god,
you
now I'm
deserve it.
fucked.
That wasn't so good. Yeah. There's only.
That guy didn't know a lot about momentum.
No. No. You really took it slow.
Yeah. You
This
can't be
is-
between your ears when you're doing something like that.
No,
you gotta
go.
Yeah. You need lift.
This is from a wrestling, like a amateur wrestling thing, elbow drop. I have not seen this yet.
Oh, these things are nuts.
Look how high up he's going. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I love how the guy still went with like the fake blow, like it happened.
Oh my god. He
This
missed.
is in slow-mo.
Oh fuck.
I can't watch Bob Breaking, dude. I can't watch.
Oh.
I can't
Oh,
watch
that guy
Bob
hurt
Breaking.
himself.
I can't do that.
Oh, that guy hurt himself bad.
The Joe
It's
Theismann
over,
Monday
it's
Night
over.
Football, that was it.
God
That
damn
was
it, Tom.
I still don't watch this. When I watch football, I just go like that. UFC, when guys do the kick,
You saw that
and
Weidman?
then they come back. You know what it reminds me of? You ever see when a little kid puts on an adult rain boot?
Yeah.
And they sort of step it on the side.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. When they go, they don't even know, and they go back to put their leg down to support. Oh,
It's rough. It is rough.
Yes.
All right, man. Oof. I got this one partially done, and I'm working a little bit backwards on this one where I'm doing the inking or black ink before the colorings. It's almost like comic style. Yeah, honestly, I bet I can just do this. There we go. Get some of that out of there. But yeah, so I'll continue with this one tomorrow. I'm kind of running out of time today. But I thought it'd be interesting to try to do something a little differently. What I'm doing here with this one is what I've been talking about with me not liking this one. I probably should have did the black ink first and then went back in and did the colors later. But I got froggy. I wanted to, I was like, nah, don't do the black ink. It's gonna interrupt doing the colors, But I think, it gives a different look. Like, something like this where it's like soft edges, soft colors, and all the shading and everything kind of happens progressively. Something like this can cut out a lot of time. You just got to put the effort into doing the inking, and then you just slap some colors on top, and then it is what it is after that. What I used to do when I would ink is sometimes I would get a little ink heavy, and I'm trying to learn to balance that. So this is actually good that I'm doing it this way. And yeah, man, by tomorrow, hopefully, when I start the markers, it won't pick up too much of the black ink, and it'll actually kind of work out decently. Um, but yeah, that's this is exactly the things that I was talking about with this picture. How it's like, it's decent. Like, the more I look at it, the more I like it. But still, it's there's just, had it been done differently, had it been done another way, it probably could have been done a whole lot better. And I'm wondering, do I want to revisit this and do that? But yeah, man, other than that, hopefully this was cool. We got to see me color in this one and then draw and ink this. And honestly, if I get to once I get to the manga portion and comic portion, I wonder if this is what I'm going to be doing, is like the pencils and inks and not necessarily coloring everything in. So I may want to do this from time to time just to familiarize myself with getting all these things done, or working in these sort of steps. And because there's a million ways to do something. And yeah, so hopefully you see the different ways where I went from penciling to working from light inks to dark inks to penciling and just straight up starting with black. And now I'm going to have to work with, throwing down base colors and this and that. And who knows? Could work out great, could be terrible. We'll see. We'll find out. uh, but yeah, that's going to be the end of this stream. And yeah, thanks Kickstand for stopping by. And who else? Somebody else was here. Nope was in here earlier. And yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Anybody else who's watching these things, y'all are saints. Thank you very much. And yeah, man, I just want to thank you for watching Andrew Glowczewski Experience episode 217, working on character portraits, or this character portrait. And yeah, man, G Mr. Draw on all social media. Follow, like, and subscribe. Any and all support is appreciated. If you like what you see here and you want me to do character portraits for you, you can hit me up on my Patreon starting at $3 a month. You can get portraits from me, character portraits, things like that. And then, or you can go to my Fiverr. I'm on Fiverr. And, G Mr. Drew everywhere. Links are in bio. Check out my website. Links are on my website. Everything like that. You know, you can hit me up through there. And yeah, we can definitely get that going. Other than that, man, love y'all. Peace.